What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Troxel Sports Talk back at it again with another hot banger. We got the Oregon Ducks and the Wisconsin Badgers. What is going on? Sports Player 2.0 Daniel says, "Hello, Troxel. How's it going, brother?" Hope everyone has had a blessed and beautiful New Year's Day. We got 6 people in the chat. Can we get up to 6 likes? I would definitely appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. Smash that notification bell. Set it to all. Because without you, we cannot do this for you guys. What is going on, Fields Over 40? Brady Spark? Oh, it's your birthday today, Daniel? Well, happy birthday. No, my birthday is in August. Hey, that's what's up. My birthday is in August as well, Daniel. My birthday is August 26th. What about yours? Oh, yours is on the 23rd. That's what's up. So tonight we will be doing the Georgia Bulldogs and Baylor Bears. What's going on, Minnesota? Yeah, I'll be good this stream. I appreciate that, Minnesota. So, Daniel says, let's go Oregon. Minnesota says, I'm going to have to turn into the Incredible Hulk. Well, now is the time to get mad. Brady says Oregon. Now, I am going to say I am going to crack open a dilly. I appreciate that, Minnesota. Says, because you create content and they just get banned a day later. We do have 9 in the chat. Can we get those likes up? Because without you, YouTube does not see small creators like myself. Oh, man. Hey, where's that bottle for me? What is going on? 420 error day. Says Rose Bowl champs. What's going on, Data Boy? Data boy, hopefully you had a very happy new year. Health and wealth for the new year. Minnesota says they will see you come playoff time. Appreciate that, Minnesota. Oh, you just got back on the road after the holidays? That's what's up. Well, hopefully you have safe travels. What's going on, Demon Dad? Says going for the Badgers. Go Big Ten. I do have the Badgers winning this one. I do enjoy Jonathan Taylor. Hopefully the Detroit Lions can enjoy him as well. Not everybody enjoys that pick, but I would. The Detroit Lions have not had a running back since Barry Sanders. No disrespect to Kerryon Johnson, but he is a complimentary back. Hey, shout out to the Pyros during this national anthem. What is going on, Face Dry Fish? Says the Michigan loss was tough. Absolutely. You know, you had a 2 point lead into halftime. You did not make adjustments. Alabama did. And Alabama is your Citrus Bowl champs. Minnesota says, do you play Xbox? No, I am a PS4 guy. No disrespect to anyone that has an Xbox, but I lost a lot of respect for Xbox uh, when they had to break the rules and come out with a new system just to compete with the PS4 Pro. Because their original one that tried to compete with that one failed miserably. Demon Dad says Michigan quarterback needs to learn how to not overthrow receivers. That is why I tweet Shea Patterson that he is trash. I do not like Shea Patterson. Never did. Never will. That is my team, but I do not like my quarterback. That's just like the Bears hating Mitchell Trubisky. Yeah, I cannot wait for the PS5. I was about to say, Minnesota, come on. You already know we can't say that word. Dylan McCaffrey is better? Absolutely. I do appreciate the 21 in the building. If we could get those thumbs up, that would be greatly appreciated. 420 Day says Harbaugh brought in Andrew Luck at Stanford. Surprise he liked Shea Patterson. Yeah, that one shocked me as well, 420. Because, you would think that they would, really put a premium on getting a quarterback. Especially after having guys like Brian Greasy's, your, Navarro's, your Tom Brady's, guys like that. You would think that they would put a premium on getting a quarterback, but they have not. But I definitely want to say shout out to Alabama for taking care of business. Both Wisconsin and Oregon took the field. As soon as the game kicks off, we will be bringing in the game audio, and I will be adjusting the field and scoreboard.
Who did not grow up in Big Ten or Pac-12 states, they
are coming out for the
because they grew
coin
up
toss.
Watching this game as kids, no matter where they were. Big 12 crew in charge of this game, and referee Brandon Cruz for today's coin toss.
Welcome, captains. Congratulations on your selection for the 106th Rose Bowl game. My name is Brandon Cruz. I'll be your referee. This is Tab Slaughter. He's your umpire. Our crew is from the Big 12 Conference. I'm honored today to introduce our dignitaries. First, the president of the Tournament of Roses, Laura Farber. Next, our three Grand Marshals, Lori Hernandez, Gina Torres, and Rita Moreno. Ms. Farber is presenting our coin today. Thank you. The coin features the logos of both teams. Wisconsin on this side, Oregon on this side. Whichever team's logo lands face up will win the toss. Ms. Moreno,
fair enough.
Please do us the honor of flipping the coin.
Hey!
Oregon has won the toss. Want the ball or do you want to defer?
We'd like the ball.
You'll receive.
All right, Wisconsin gets the ball to start the second half.
Lines,
let's go.
Oregon has won the toss, will receive the football, and defend this goal line. Men, let's have a great Rose Bowl game.
Mario Cristobal confident in his offense.
Best of
wins
luck
the toss.
to both
He wants
Oregon
the
and
first,
Wisconsin.
and here he is with Maria Taylor.
Demon Dad says, looks like the Badgers fans traveled well. Brady says, everyone drop a like. Appreciate that, Brady. Damian says, Wisconsin about to relive Ohio State game all over again. Minnesota says 38 hype. Absolutely. Appreciate everyone who's in the chat. We will be doing the Georgia Baylor game after this.
There's a whole lot to take in. It's always special, but when you get weather like this, 65
Pasadena,
degrees,
California,
sunny, just a slight
65
breeze.
degrees.
True perfection. The Sewell
What's
family
going on, Chris?
strong in attendance today. And we'll see Penei Sewell and that Oregon offense momentarily. Zach Hintz, the senior, to boot it away. Mikhail Wright, the electric true freshman, back deep, along with David. Rose Bowl 106. Sit back and enjoy it, as Coach Chris said. Very few kicks get returned, and that one lands right at the back of the end zone. And here comes Justin Herbert.
What's going on, TJ Rich? That will not happen. This is game audio, just like the game said, and this will be commentary. So if you don't like it, sorry, but this is what we do. This is my channel, and we have fun.
The 25-yard line.
You get hype all you want, but you better control yourself.
Area is the tailback.
Daniel says, man, what a bad way to start a year off.
And it's Friedel.
David Stern, best commissioner in the NBA.
For contact this year, he gets 9 on the opening play.
Boy, there's the matchup we want to see. Oregon challenging Wisconsin in the trenches. They have a lot of confidence in Verdell running right into the teeth of this defense and running downhill. This time we have Travis Dye, but that line really can take control up front.
By the sophomore from Northern California. Takes the handoff, and the Ducks will move the sticks to begin this drive.
All right, Oregon with the first down.
Plays. Keep in mind, the head coach from Oregon, Mario Cristobal, played as an offensive lineman for some great teams for the Miami Hurricanes. He's been an offensive line coach
TJ
almost
Rich,
his entire career.
you're out of here.
Coach, he works with that
Go kick hot coals with no shoes on and go to Hades.
Who won the Outland. They have a lot of confidence in what they want to do.
I am not in the mood today. If you're in my chat, you better keep it respectful.
The Pac-12 championship game over Utah. They're challenging a defense that gives up only 102 a game on the ground.
Yeah, 8th in the country, and it's because of the scheme that they play with those linemen. Typically, they like to eat up the offensive linemen in the Big Ten and try to free up Chris Orr and Jack Sanborn.
Wisconsin, beat Oregon.
It's early in the game. Everybody just trying to kind of get their feet underneath them, but Oregon attacking.
Herbert to throw for the first time. Sideline route, and the catch is made there by
All right, got a first down, Oregon.
In his second Rose Bowl game, he played for the Nittany Lions.
I am going for Wisconsin.
And really good job of giving Herbert time to
for the
throw.
upset.
You see, Orr comes late, but just kind of hesitates. But the location of the football on the back shoulder with good coverage, Herbert puts it exactly where it needs to be.
Blitz says, what's up?
16-yard gain.
Dad.
The fake to Verdell. Herbert launches downfield, and it's just off the fingertips of Hunter Kampmoyer, the tight end.
They slid him out of the backfield on a wheel route. Chris Orr
I appreciate
saw him
that,
exactly
Minnesota.
where he was coming. Had pretty tight coverage. Again, Herbert recognized the tight coverage, tries to put it away from Orr, where only his man Kampmoyer can make a play on it. Almost comes down with a football.
I appreciate that.
On 2nd and 10, he's got a free play. Badgers have jumped offside, but the pass is batted down at the line of scrimmage.
Good job with that hard count. A couple hard claps. Got
Offside.
Bond.
Defense, number 56 was in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty.
What's going on,
This Oregon
RC?
offense has been shorthanded playmakers all season, and we're told that Jalen Red will
How's it
not
going,
play
brother?
for
Hopefully
Oregon
you had a
today.
very
Personal reasons,
happy
we have no
New
more
Year.
information than that, but he's been a key guy.
Yeah.
50 reception man.
And the good news is Micah Pittman, the true freshman, who's only played in 6 games, has not been playing lately, is back today.
And off inside, nothing for Verdell, and they'd love to get the true freshman going. He is
Got about a gain of
changer.
yard.
Maria?
Yeah, Chris, Jalen Red is not with the team
Joe
here today
says I
at the
live in
Rose Bowl, but I did ask Coach Wright before we kicked off, and he said
Hermiston,
Micah
Oregon.
is ready to go.
That's
He's
Oregon,
prepared for this
Wisconsin.
moment, and nothing will change about our offense with Jalen Red out.
Pittman, a broken arm, limited
Daniel
to just
says Oregon winning
6 games and
this,
14 catches, but he
38-28.
is electric. Brings a lot of great energy. It's infectious when he's in the game. 3rd and 4. And there is the electric freshman on cue, makes the catch, shows his strength. First down inside the 30.
I identified Bond, and Herbert did as well. And they knew he'd being pressured to our left, his right, and so they want to get the ball out there quickly with some offensive linemen on a 3rd down when they knew Bond would be attacking the quarterback. So they knew that. They went at him, and they got the lineman out in front to give him a chance at that 1st down.
They wondered, would he be rusty? Right away, he gets a touch, and they convert on the first 3rd down.
No gain on that play.
For Dell at the line of scrimmage.
And they're starting to attack from the edges, trying to react to this offensive line, being able to control in between the tackles. Burrell, 25 that time, off the edge, playing in that nickel spot. He's a safety, but they're playing with 3 safeties right now because of how physical Oregon is being right. Typically, they'll bring a corner as that 5th defensive back. Right now, 25 Burrell playing that spot.
Appreciate that, Minnesota. Got 68 in the building. Let's get those thumbs up.
From the pocket, Herbert across the middle, an accurate throw right at the 20-yard line.
Got
Catch is made by
Got him
Amor.
a yard short.
Be 3rd and about a yard.
Yeah, they're trying to attack the middle. See how it opens up. This linebacker, that's a really good job of getting the ball out just in time before Orr could get his long arm there extended to knock that ball away. He waits just another beat, Chris, and Orr gets a finger or a hand on that football.
Despite the powerful offensive line, 3rd and 4th and short has been at times a struggle for the
Got to
Ducks
hold
this
to
year.
a field goal?
Liddell is the
Absolutely.
back. He's got it, and he works hard. Forward
Might have got him.
progress. It'll be
Forward
right
progress.
near the marker. Orr came flying up to Phil. This will be close.
Going to be very, very close.
Yep,
It is a
first
first
down.
down,
Going to give it to him. You talked about how it's been a challenge
Oregon's
for
in the
them.
red zone.
Wisconsin gets down low. Blow up Jawan Johnson right there. Chris
I like the
Orr's
Oregon
there.
State
But
Beavers.
just enough effort by C.J. Verdell,
Minnesota
who's
says
only
we can reach
5'9", but he
100.
plays at
I
210
will
pounds.
predict
He
2
matches
teams.
that
I
offensive line
hate-
and does a really good job of running downhill.
Just ran right through the Utes defense. 200-yard game, 3
Abdul
touchdowns.
Charo says
MVP of the
Wisconsin
Pac-12
would
championship
be up
game. Ducks in the red
16-zip
zone.
if Shea Patterson was their quarterback.
Herbert gets it out quickly. Camboy rumbling, bubbling inside the 5.
Got into the 4-yard line.
Tight end, little use as a receiver, has been big so far.
Yeah, they just use him as
First
on a
and
delay
goal
here. He's just
for
kind of
Oregon.
showing like he's helping in pass protection. The linebackers lose him. And a good call there by Oregon and their staff. Marcus Arroyo, the offensive coordinator, he did a nice job of just kind of getting caught up in the traffic. And Wisconsin's eyes, they were looking at the other receivers going out and just lost him. Opened up there in the middle.
12th play of this opening drive. Herbert's got it. Stiff
Herbert
arm,
for the
scores, there you go.
touchdown.
And the Ducks draw first blood.
That will definitely help his draft stock.
Cristobal confident in his offense against a top 10 defense. They go 75 yards, Kirk.
You know, much like Trevor Lawrence, he's
Joe
known
says
for his ability to
Wisconsin
throw,
rules.
but he's a really good athlete. He hasn't shown it a lot this year, but you can see how he has a chance to build up his speed. He's 6'6", 235 pounds, and Pearson's 5'10", 197. It's a mismatch. He uses that stiff arm and gets into the end zone.
And gave a flex. His second rushing
Kick is
touchdown.
up.
There's a flag
Kick is
on the
good.
PAT.
There is a flag on the play.
That's an impressive opening drive. They mixed the run and the pass. More than 5 minutes off the clock.
Dean
Perfect
Bass is
kind
not
of
the
drive
start
to
that
start the
Wisconsin
game after
needed.
a long
Absolutely.
layoff. Mario Cristobal and his staff worked hard to put that first drive together. Showed a lot of personnel groupings, a lot of different looks.
Defense number 56 is in the neutral zone at the snap. The penalty is declined.
Kick is up, kick is
Play
good.
a successful try. Timeout of
All right. I do have to mute the game audio for copyright music and commercials. As soon as the game resumes, I do resume the audio. I appreciate everyone for being patient. What's going on, Joseph Marshall? Minnesota says Oregon should be ranked lower than Bama. Minnesota says why they 6th and 13th. Damien says Wisconsin would be up by 40 if they had played the Lions. Sorry, I had to. Joseph Marshall says, I just thought of a great joke, but I realized Iowa isn't playing. Joe says, hopefully the Ducks lose today. I do appreciate the 55 of you in the building. Let's get those thumbs up so the stream can get out. Tonight, after this game, we will be doing the Georgia Bulldogs and Baylor Bears. I will be doing every single NFL playoff game, as well as the national title game. Joseph says I could just use Carolina Sports Talk. Could use that. Absolutely. Minnesota says Troxel is time for bed. Nah, it's not time for bed. We're just getting started. Joseph says, thank you, Minnesota, for having that name. Here on Troxel Sports Talk, we bring NBA, NFL, and college football and basketball. I will be your home for March Madness. All right, we are going to be getting set to bring back the game audio. Appreciate you guys for being so patient.
Push-ups early for the Ducks as they go 75 yards in the first possession. We'll see if Jack Cohn, Jonathan Taylor,
appreciate that. Minnesota says, kind of stole that hashtag from Troxel.
He's the speedy returner waiting at the goal line. Camden Lewis, the freshman, boots it to the 5.
All right, Wisconsin to the 20, to the 30, to the 40, 50, 40, 30, 20. He is all the way. Touchdown, Wisconsin. They said if you can do one, we can do one better.
Return for a touchdown this season.
He catches this on the right, stays to the right. Look at the blocks up ahead. And then it's just about his speed. Outruns DJ James, the true freshman, who has lightning speed, and takes it into the end zone. Stays in bounds, and how about an answer by the Badgers with their special teams after that impressive opening drive by the Oregon Ducks.
Most felt that Oregon would have the edge in special teams today. How do you do? Says the Badgers return team. Colin Larsh, sophomore from Wisconsin, who has not been the regular field goal kicker in recent weeks. That's been Hintz, the kickoff man, but he knocks it through. What a start here.
All right, it is 7-7. Demon Dad says that's what I'm talking about. Joseph Marshall says, should my team just take Justin Herbert this year? I still want Trevor Lawrence, but he will be in next year's draft. I do say take Justin Herbert. He is a phenomenal athlete. I think it's a big debate between Justin Herbert and Joe Burrows as being the top quarterback in this year's draft. I do think that the Carolina Panthers are going to be sticking with Cam Newton. Oh, absolutely, Spotlight. Says, way to start the game. Absolutely. They scored a touchdown. They went in. Wisconsin answered it right back on a kickoff return for a touchdown on a 95-yarder. If you're not subscribed to Spotlight Sports Talk, he is definitely one of my guys. Definitely do so. LSU just landed a 5-star linebacker. Rajon Davis. Team Dad says now Badgers D need to step it up. Absolutely. Joseph Marshall says Cam needs to get out. Unless he heals and becomes Michael Vick, he can't stay. I will be doing all 4 playoff wildcard games this weekend. So if you're not subscribed, definitely consider doing so. Here on Troxel Sports Talk, we have fun. We keep it clean, respectful, and enjoy. Can I do a dance on the stream? No, I don't want to hurt my eyes of watching myself dance. I stick to what I'm good at, and that's sports.
Down the field, mixing the run and the pass to grab the lead, and then Aaron Cruikshank erases that lead with a kickoff return. Hence will allow no return once again. Like a lot of kickoff teams, they booted to the corner, Kirk, and try to pen in the returner, but it didn't work against Cruikshank.
No, it did not.
Four of 5 passing on the opening drive, and of course the short touchdown run. Travis Dye is the back. They fake it to him, and the ball again broken up into traffic as it picked off. He threw it right into traffic, and Jack Sanborn was in the area. Yeah, and he's got the football.
Wow.
The linebacker.
Wisconsin with the interception.
Grew up a Ducks fan, makes the first big defensive play.
Yeah, this is a good job. Play action.
There you go, Demon Dad. That defense definitely stepped up and got an interception.
Herbert. So instead of blitzing, there he is right at the bottom of the screen. He knows it's the quick slant, goes up to knock it down, but because he went up with 2 hands, ball hits him on that shoulder pad, and he's athletic enough to react, to get his hands on it, come up with a huge turnover just like that. Badgers with a kickoff return and now great field position.
Sanborn from Illinois, but only knew one team, the Ducks, because that's what his dad played for, offensive lineman. Low snap, and Cohn has to scramble. The ball is complete, but it's a
bad
loss.
pass.
Mason Stockey got it, but the timing was messed up from the start.
That is a tackle for a loss.
Let's start with Jonathan Taylor, who we have not seen Wisconsin going yet on offense till right now. Cephas, they're going to try to get him isolated. They'll move him around 87. Dye, who's led the Ducks in tackles all 4 of the last
Big 10 D, absolutely.
And then Thibodeau, when they rush the
I am
quarterback,
a Wolverine fan, so definitely going for the Big 10.
First carry for Taylor. He picks his way and earns about 4 yards. Taylor again, 91 yards short of 2,000 yards coming in. Look at this list of folks that he is the Mount Rushmore with. Tony Dorsett just goes past him for the 4th most in FBS history. The most rushing yards in his first 3 years in college football in history.
He's played 3 years. I know there's more games today, but it just gives you a real appreciation for the kind of career he's had in Madison.
Garrett Groshek now motions back in. And Cone is going to be dropped. No, he gets it away.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Kayvon Thibodeau, the true freshman pass rusher, made a big impact.
He had a chance to be able to get in there, but this entire defense, they have an ability on 3rd down. You can see Thibodeau does a good job.
That was a near sack.
He's got power. He goes right through that Wisconsin left side of the offensive line. Mormon not strong enough to hold him out.
Almost got it intercepted. They got lucky,
and they're able to get to him.
4th and 9.
So Colin Large sort of lost his job as the field goal kicker late in the year to Zach Kentz. Gets it back. And this from 44 yards will equal his long.
Kick is up.
And he's able to just
kick is good.
Through.
Wisconsin takes a 10-7 lead. 8:05 remaining in the first quarter. Both teams have all timeouts. O-line just needs to hold their blocks. Minnesota Sports Talk says, guess not Troxel. I'm going to say loser. I gotta down a beer of winner choice. Who are you going for? Again, Minnesota? Joe says if Vikings win, Troxel drinks a shot of 151 on the stream. If Saints win, Minnesota has to do the same. There will never be a chance where I do 151. I'll do 1,800. I got Wisconsin for this game, says Joshua. I as well have Wisconsin for this game. I asked if you wanted to make a bet on Vikings and Saints. No money, though. Minnesota, yeah, we could do something. What's going on, Jacob Smith? Appreciate you for coming out. Hopefully you had a very happy New Year. I just don't know what, says Minnesota. Oh, you okay? Because you're on Twitch. Hey, are you, Minnesota, are you in our Discord? If so, let me know what your Twitch is. If Saints lose, Troxel must wear a Kirk Cousins jersey for the rest of the playoffs. That will never happen. Okay. Yeah, DM me on Discord. For those of you that want to rock with us in the Sports Movement Network, we do have a Discord. Link is in the description.
Oregon, Mikhail Wright has got a couple of touchdowns on kickoff returns this season. Tries to answer what Cruikshank did a few minutes ago for Wisconsin. He's also a very talented corner. Big future for Wright, but he's made an impact this year as a return. Let's see if he's allowed. And it'll be deep. He's thinking about it, but decides to take a knee.
All right.
Coming up next on ESPN.
What is going on, Fahad? Naheem says, remind me of Georgia, Oklahoma. What's going on? The Gridiron Blitz says, stream got bro, shout bro. Don't know exactly what you're trying to say, but he is, Gridiron Blitz is also streaming the same game. He is a member of the Sports Movement Network.
So Herbert off just his 6th interception of the season. Back to work. Cyrus Habibi-Likio is the back. From the pocket, Herbert flips it off to Habibi-Likio. Can he make a man miss? No, he's met right at the line of scrimmage by Sanborn.
That's a win for Wisconsin, obviously. They sit back in zone, keep everything in front of them,
all right,
cover everybody
I like that one,
Herbert
Minnesota.
has to check it down, then
Loser
they rally
has
to
to
the
wear
football.
a
Exactly
Packers
what Jim Leonard
rule
wants to
shirt
see.
for the remainder of the playoffs.
What I saw from Oregon in that first drive was a lot of quick throws. They're anticipating those linebackers blitzing and attacking downhill, and they're trying to hit right behind the middle of that defense. That's how Sanborn got that interception.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert flips it to Sean Dollars, a little used running back who couldn't corral it off the hands. Well, Tom, Sanborn translating a passionate
there's a big
mindset
time
today
money
with
down
performance
for
early on.
Oregon. They have to convert this 3rd and 10.
His dad, Paul, died back in 2005 at 43, played at Oregon. That's who his son grew up watching. That's what got him into college football. When the matchup was announced, his mom, Melinda, called him nearly in tears to tell him this was meant to happen. And in Jack's words, life has come full circle in this game. What a start for the Sanborn family.
And Melinda is here watching. You can see the
I see you,
Badgers pass
Minnesota.
rush.
There is a
eager,
flag on the play.
crowding the line.
And nobody moved from Oregon. Unless the ball moved, that should be on Wisconsin.
Offside. Defense, number 41, contact in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. It's 3rd down.
Noah Burks, their 2nd
Can't do
offside
that.
penalty already
Can't do
today.
that, Wisconsin. Come on now.
Defense is very
Gotta be
keyed
play
up
discipline.
to affect the other passer.
I got to give Jake Hansen credit for just holding and feeling that.
Hey,
because
Shadow Kid,
even
that
the
is what's
quarterback,
up. I
Herbert,
like the new,
started to fall backwards, expecting
the
the
new
football,
pick.
and I think the centers saw that there was movement and just held on, held for just a beat.
Makes this 3rd down, just 3rd and 5 now. Wisconsin defense again
Appreciate that,
crowding the
Shadow
line.
Kid.
And they drop off. It's a bubble screen for
Oh, a
Moving
loss of
backwards,
1.
Chris Orr swarming Jawan Johnson. 4th down.
They flood everybody to the right, including some of the linemen. They're trying to
both
get
teams are
Wisconsin
just
to
feeling
run
out
out
each
to
other
the
right
field,
now.
but a good job of being disciplined by Orr and Caesar Williams. They stay at home, and everybody else from Oregon was going out to the field. They're thinking they're trying to get the ball out in
Appreciate that,
space. They're
Shadow
trying
Kid.
to create that, but Wisconsin shows the discipline that they need there on 3rd down.
Chris Orr, the Texan, incredibly inspired to play this game. He's inspired every game. Mamon, the punter, kicks it right to the sideline. And Dunn will dance out of bounds, a very short return. So,
All right. We do have some copyrighted music and some commercials, so I do have to mute the game audio. I appreciate you guys for being patient. As soon as the game resumes, I do resume the game audio. What is going on, Rico? Appreciate you for coming back. Says Trox, Michigan made it a good game. They did. But, you know, Alabama definitely did make some good second half adjustments, and that was the difference in the game. You know, Michigan shut them down on 3rd downs in the first half, and Alabama was making 3rd down conversions in the second half. You know, I thought that was a big-time difference maker. And shout out to Alabama. Took care of business. All right, Minnesota. So after this game, we'll be doing Georgia and Baylor. Then the next bowl game I'll be doing is the national title game. And I will be doing every single NFL playoff game, including the Super Bowl. Appreciate that, AT. Welcome back. Rico says, so true. Please take 1 sec to hit the like button. Stay blessed. Absolutely. Appreciate that, Rico. Got 87 in the building. If you guys can greatly appreciate it if you guys would give this stream a thumbs up. If you enjoy football and basketball, definitely hit that subscribe button. Smash that notification bell. Set it to all. Because here we do college football and basketball. I will be your home for March Madness, as well as the NFL playoffs and the NBA season, including the playoffs. I will be doing also a NBA draft and the Gridiron Blitz. Also he's a co-founder of the Sports Movement Network. He'll be doing the draft special for the NFL. I'll be over there on his channel for the draft. Demon Dad says, who you going for, Georgia or Baylor? I got Georgia. I also got Georgia. But I'm not counting out Baylor, because Baylor is a team to be reckoned with. Just like I'm going for Wisconsin, but I'm not counting out Oregon. Oregon is a very good football club.
And of course, the Badger who gained 246 yards, scored 5 touchdowns and 2 Wisconsin Rose Bowl victories here to begin 2000s. Taylor in the wing to the left of the formation, and now will motion back. Out of the eye. Man from New Jersey has to hurdle a tackler at the line of scrimmage and is able to gain about 4.
They're running into an 8-man front. Oregon and Andy Avalos, the defensive coordinator, who's done a remarkable job this year in Eugene, coming over from Boise State. They are determined to make Jack Cohn and these receivers, which they're capable of doing, make them beat them, especially on early downs, loading up against Jonathan Taylor and that big offensive line.
Avalos grew up in Southern California, could never get Rose Bowl tickets. This is the first time he's been to the Rose Bowl.
Great young defensive coach.
Taylor again on 2nd and 5. Met in the backfield and
No
stopped right
gain.
there. Quick penetration from this front, and then Javon Holland came around the edge.
Yeah, and Holland, that's what I'm talking about when you're facing it. That's your safety. Here's your other safety. I mean, they're part of the linebackers. Man, that's 8, 9 men that are up close to the line of scrimmage.
Thomas
And it's Holland,
Rose-Smith.
as you said, Chris, gets the
Hopefully I
penetration
said your
coming
last
off
name
that edge.
correctly. Thank you for joining the family. You're definitely
Wisconsin's
an MVP.
answer to that is early down play action pass. That's what Paul Chris and Joe Rudolph eventually are going to have to go to try to back that Oregon defense off.
Ohio State and Oklahoma are eliminated.
58 on the year for Holland.
It is LSU and Clemson in the national title game.
3rd down, a long 4 cone from the pocket. Looks for Taylor, who turned his head upfield.
Taylor almost had it.
3 and out.
Went straight through his hands. It's 4th and 4.
And even if he catches that ball, you have Thomas Graham right there, trying to get him out.
He was
has
wide
some
open,
area
too.
to work, but you can see 4 right there. Another Oregon defender, just great position on 3rd down. Again, early in this game, that's only Wisconsin. They've only had 2 possessions, 2 3 and outs. Both teams trying to feel one another out after a long layoff and studying a lot of film to see how how this Oregon defense is trying to defend Wisconsin.
Anthony Lottie, the 4-year punter for the Badgers.
Almost
just
got
gets
a
it away as
block.
Thibodeau was in there, the man who blocked a punt against Utah. And now Javon Holland with his short return.
All right, ball on the 32.
The long arm, rangy defensive end got in there.
Well, I thought he had a
5 or was it 6? Excuse
yeah,
me.
it's Shawan Johnson.
Oh, yeah,
who
no,
has
they're
kind
not
of
playing
a similar
for
build as a
third
receiver.
place,
6'4",
Rico.
230. The Penn State transfer came very, very close. They're giving the
Although
Ducks
that
a
would
big
be a
break
good
with special
matchup
teams.
to see.
Jawan Johnson trying to make an impact. Number 5 is built similar to number 6. So the Ducks from their 32 with Burdell at tailback. They fake it to him. Herbert rolls and delivers a long throw, and the catch
Got a
is made
first
by
down.
Johnny Johnson. Steady junior, 56th catch this season.
Yeah, love to see that from Justin Herbert. Big, tall quarterback that can sit in the pocket with that pocket presence, has a bright future playing on Sundays, but can show you that he can get out on the edge. We already saw his athletic ability scoring a touchdown, but there, staying nice and poised, throwing that football in rhythm out on the edge.
And I'll play action. Herbert.
Oh, they got it.
He'll be sacked.
Herbert got sacked.
Got him on the safety blitz.
Yeah, Burrell kind of cheated up. They disguised this, trying to catch Oregon napping. He's back here, then he's going to creep, and then he's going to work around. And there's no chance of Verdell, the back, coming off a play-action look to try to catch the safety. Nickel back there on the blitz from the outside. Nice job of disguising, and then bringing that heat late. Herbert had no chance, didn't see it until he was down.
Strong pass rush all year. That's the 50th sack for the Badgers. And now another tackle for loss. Noah Burks grabbing Verdell and slinging him down. It'll be third and very long.
Rockmorton, the right tackle. He goes to the outside, which opens up the interior. Surprise, just a minute. He's not blocking anybody. A miscommunication from a veteran offensive line with not a real exotic
What's going on,
look
AJ
from
King?
Wisconsin.
Appreciate you
Freed
coming
up
out.
Burks, and he said,
Hopefully
thank
you
you
had
very
a happy
much.
New Year.
Never had an
Welcome,
easier
welcome
tackle
for the
for
new
loss.
year, brother.
He'll take that.
The season percentage of 43, but it's a lot lower than that in third and 19. And the Ducks will take a timeout. Interesting start. You know, Cristobal, confidence in his offense. They take the football. They drive it 75 yards and feeling good about themselves in there. And Krupchak just changes the game. And Badgers get a takeaway, Kirk. They don't have a first down yet, but they have a 3-point lead.
Yeah, it's three phases.
Appreciate
special
that,
teams,
AJ
the defense,
King.
and the offense for Wisconsin yet to get going. And you know, I said at the outset of the broadcast, the quarterback play is going to be big as far as big plays downfield. And I think Wisconsin's answer to a crowded line of scrimmage once they get the ball back is they're going to have early down success throwing. Then that could back off Oregon. Then you
right
can
now
go
I'm
back
going
to your
for
bread and butter.
Wisconsin.
Very similar to what they faced against teams like Ohio State late in the year in the Big Ten Championship,
I do
and even
support,
Minnesota when they
Big
played
Ten.
them in the snow. Jack Cohn's a different guy.
But I do like
and he's more than
Oregon's
capable,
quarterback.
so we'll see
I
if
think
he has
he's going to be
time
a
make those
great
throws.
quarterback in the NFL.
Cohn grew up in Long Island, which is a hotbed for lacrosse, and lacrosse was his #1 sport. And he said, yeah, the skills do translate. He was a midfielder and an attack guy, so you get the ball in your hands, you're scanning the field, look for someone to throw to.
Yep.
Some similarity to quarterbacking. Meanwhile, Herbert now trying to do something here on 3rd and 19. Verdell went in motion. Herbert steps up and delivers downfield. Something of a prayer, and it's over the head of Pittman. 4th down.
And the Badgers, one of the best in the
All right, 4th
country
and 19.
on 3rd
They're
down. In fact,
forced
as
to
you said a
punt
little earlier, they come in tonight only allowing 27%. That's second in the entire nation. So,
Nice,
I mean,
and from
they get you
Wisconsin.
3rd
That's
and
what's
long. You know, any defense is good, let alone Jimmy Leonard and the way the Badgers can get after you with rushing 4.
So Maimon back to punt. He felt like both clubs confident in their defense. This would be a Rose Bowl with a defensive personality. There's a false start. And we'll back up the punt team 5 yards more.
But all that movement by Wisconsin, I think it surprised Oregon.
False start. Offense number 14. 5-yard penalty. It's 4th down.
All 10 guys up close to the line of scrimmage right before
Was
the potential
Junior
snap.
was a
They just
guilty
all moved
party?
into a different gap, and it was on the outside that Woods
What's
actually,
going on,
the
Arku?
gunner, ended up jumping.
Happy New Year's, brother.
Ramon gets a good boot away. Driving done all the way back to the 16-yard line on the sidelines, and a big hit by the Ducks special teams, stopping him after about a 6-yard return. Paul Christ.
All right. Do got to mute the game audio for copyrighted music and commercials. I will resume the audio as soon as the game resumes. Appreciate you guys for being patient. Oh, you go to Duke University. That's what's up. Arku says Happy New Year's to everyone except for Jerry Jones. I'm done with Jerry Jones.
3-1 in Rose Bowls.
All right, we are back.
Alvarez celebrating a birthday the other night.
This matchup right here on early downs could be one that they can try to hit.
Cohn from the pocket, lost the ball to
first down.
Jake Ferguson. Speaking of
Ball at the
Barry Alvarez,
45.
his grandson makes a play to the 45.
Yeah, we told you on 1st and 10, you're going to start to expect their answer is to try to get the ball thrown. I thought we might see him go into the boundary to Cephas. Instead, it's to the field, to the big tight end. 6'5", 246 pounds, gets behind the zone. And Cone in rhythm there on 1st and 10. That kind of success Albie loves to see, but it also softens up that Oregon defense.
Barry's locked in. He's got his grandkids around him, but he's watching the ball game right now. 22-yard gain for Ferguson. And now Taylor trying to work his way left. Does get the corner. Slips a tackle.
Got a first
and
down.
Shoved out as a flag.
Jason
flies
Taylor.
late in the run.
That's my guy right there. I hope
Marked
the
out at
Detroit
41-yard
Lions
line.
consider him.
Might get a holding downfield, but in the trenches,
There's a
he's
flag
talking
on
about his
play.
grandson making a nice catch.
Offense, number 87.
That's coming back.
Cephas
10-yard penalty from
downfield.
the spot of the foul. It's first down.
But Ferguson helps him get to the edge.
Yeah, my brother's playing for
Once
the
the
Badgers.
coach,
That's
always
what's
the
up.
coach. You know what I mean? You could never get it out of your blood.
Remember, he came back out of retirement, interim coach.
Yeah.
And Chris was his offensive coordinator, and he had some wrinkles, and they beat Auburn, and Alvarez was carried off the field.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but his
Great spirits last night, wasn't it?
he was great to have a chance to celebrate his birthday. That was a couple days ago. But his grandson made a big catch. That time he had a great block to open up a hole finally for Jonathan Taylor.
Spot foul moves the ball back into Badger territory. The ball placed at the 47-yard line. So 1st and 8.
Yeah, absolutely, Demon Dad. Those penalties are definitely drive killers.
Taylor and running left. Had a
Yard
crease,
short.
And the tackle made by Brady Breeze saved a huge gain.
Yeah, watch the tight end. We keep talking about him. He's trying to kind of get a job of setting that edge, but pushing Thibodeau to the outside, which he does, and opens up that running lane. And then the big fullback, Stoke, is able to lead Jonathan Taylor. One thing about crowding a line with 8 or 9 defenders, if they are able to get through that initial surge, there's nobody left to bring down Taylor.
So it's 2nd and 1. And Taylor sidesteps in traffic. That's just all Jonathan Taylor, spinning and twisting for a first down inside the 40.
You know, patience
102
and
remaining
vision
in the
from
first.
Jonathan Taylor's a staple of his career. There's not a lot of area here to run, but watch him kind of work his way through. Look like a young Le'Veon Bell, the way he used to do that when he was coming up out of Michigan State and then into the NFL, just kind of working and feeling his way through, and no business picking up 7 or 8 yards like he just did there.
Patience, instinct. That's why Cristobal believes that his opposing back today is going to have a, quote, great NFL career. Nakia Watson will spell him another flag for the snap.
A left tackle move.
False
from
start
Wisconsin.
or delayed game.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense, number 71. 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
Because of Dan and Monte Ball and James White, Melvin Gordon, who was sort of a mentor to Jonathan, he's here today. People just assume that anyone that's running back for Wisconsin can put up numbers like this. They kind of undervalue these guys, which is a big mistake.
It really is. I mean, every year through recruiting and tradition, they have big linemen and great backs. Just the way, that's their brand. That's what they built. Going back to Albie, we just showed. It's since the early 90s.
Cohen and delivers a short completion to Ferguson as the seconds tick down in this opening quarter.
It's kind of funny when you think about the era
That
that
will
we
do
live
it
in.
for the
Everybody's in a
first
spread,
quarter,
3,
folks.
4 receivers, finesse game, speed, and they can play that. But
All right, I do have to mute the game audio for the end of the quarter for copyright music and commercials. As soon as the game resumes, I do resume the audio. I do appreciate all 171 of you in the building. You guys are truly awesome and amazing. Appreciate you guys for being patient. We will be doing the Georgia Bulldogs and the Baylor Bears after this game. If you guys could get the likes up, it'd be greatly appreciated. Subscribe to the channel if you can. hit that notification bell, set it to all, because I do college football, college basketball, NFL, and NBA. Saints aren't winning the Super Bowl this year, says Joseph Marshall. I mean, I hope so. I just want Drew Brees to win a Super Bowl so he can retire as a champion. He deserves it. Yeah, I'll say the same thing when Aaron Rodgers gets at that point of his career. And I'm a Lions fan. You know. We're going to beat the Saints and lose to the 49ers. Watch, says Minnesota. We are 3-1 against the Saints playoffs. We match up better, and besides, Bountygate, did they beat us yet?
Among the 8
All
that
right,
have
we are back,
100 or more
folks,
wins
for
in the
the
decade
start
that just
of the
completed.
second quarter.
Very successful program seeking a big win in their program history today. And Wisconsin with a 3-point lead on the 2nd and 9. And Taylor attracting the attention of that Oregon defense there. Bryson Young wrestled him down. It'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, Young in there, and also the youngster Thibodeau, who's known for his pass rushing ability like this on 3rd down. But that time, the defensive line slanting, he was able to get off of a block and get in there along with Bryson Young. Now you put Jack Cohn in 3rd and long situation. We'll identify Thibodeau here to kind of show you where he's trying to come from. He'll be to Cohn's right.
Cohn throws to the right, and the catch is made right at the marker. Quintez Cephas. They'll spot him at the 29. That'll be enough to move the sticks.
Well, that
Oh,
was
they got
very,
it?
very close to the marker, but they didn't hesitate. This
They
is the
got
young man
it.
that they've got to get the ball to. He can win one-on-one, and this time he's matched up against Graham, who for whatever reason gave him a pretty good cushion. He tried to step up right at that 1st down marker, but Cephas had
Shout
enough
out
for
to
the
the
1st
Oregon
down.
defense. They came
might
to
take
play
a peek
today.
at the spot on that. I thought they gave him the benefit of the doubt there. In fact, they're getting together right now. I'm surprised they jumped it so quick.
Brad Van Vark is the replay official in this Big 12 crew. Let's take another look at it. Forward progress, where to spot the
Really
ball
on the
with a tough
field
judgment.
Was the rudder was down beyond the line to gain. That play is under review.
They'll review a spot only when a 1st down is involved.
It's right where he catches it. He's as far as he's going to go. It's where's the ball? You know, it looks like it's like at that 29.5-yard line. I don't think it got all the way to the 29. I think he looks short to me.
Graham did a tremendous job. Got up there, made a strong tackle. Bill Lamagna is our rules expert in the booth. Bill, how do you see this review?
The great
I
thing
thought
is
it
we've
was
got a
short,
camera
so that's
right
why I was
there at
shocked that they
line,
gave
so
it
that
to
gives
him.
us a pretty good look. And I agree with you. I have him short by about 1/2 yard. Replay has the evidence here to reverse this short.
Okay.
Difference is, of course, it's 4th down and a decision coming up for Chris if they don't give him the yards, if the call on the field is reversed.
That's where Paul Chris, he's already, just in case it does get reversed, as we've all indicated up here, he's already starting to think about, hey, if it's 4th and 1/2 yard, here's what we're doing. This is our plan. This is how we're attacking.
Cephas 52 catches this year. He gave Ohio State's defense all kinds of trouble in Indianapolis.
After reviewing the play, when the runner was down, the ball was short of the line to gain. Ball be placed at the 29.5-yard line. It's 4th down and a half yard.
I do think that if Wisconsin's going to win tonight,
you can go for it.
that Cephas is going to end up being a difference in the game. As much as it's about Taylor, watching how Oregon's playing them, and I'm not shocked at all that they're crowding the box and line of scrimmage. Cephas and Cone are going to have one-on-one opportunities to try to hit some big plays, but not here on 4th and a half a yard.
This is the Badgers' wheelhouse. They've made 14 out of 18 4th down conversions. Taylor not in the game. It's Nakia Watson. Cone, a big, strong quarterback. You'd expect a sneak here.
Sneak and then the push from behind by Watson.
2 tight ends to the left.
It's most definitely a quarterback sneak.
It is a sneak. Cone trying to get that leg drive. This is very close. Official running in again right at that 29-yard line.
Follow that center. You get the push from behind. Almost everybody anymore in short yardage takes advantage of that new rule where the last couple of years you can push the ball carrier.
Badgers are convinced they have it. Brandon Cruz says, let's check with the measurement here.
They are bringing out the chain.
Pianish, they call him Badger, one of the finalists for the Outland Trophy, which is won by the Ducks. Left tackle Panay Sewell. Off-season surgery on his hip. Just such a tough dude.
How about the job that Joe Rudolph has done with Pianish comes back, Remington Trophy winner, but 4 new starters on that offensive line. A couple journeymen playing at guard, 5th-year seniors that have been in backup role their entire career.
Just take for granted the job that Rudolph does in this offensive line. You shouldn't, though.
And they got it.
It's a 1st down. Right on that yellow line. Rudolph, who played in the 94
1st down,
Rose
Wisconsin.
Bowl. The first Wisconsin team to win a Rose Bowl. Another look at the sneak. You knew it was coming. It's so hard to stop.
Yeah. Look at Watson saying, let me help, let me help, let me push. Even a left tackle, Van Lennon, he's pushing.
And Taylor is back on the game. Shift the tight ends to the right, and Taylor running that way, and he gets the edge.
Got the 1st down.
Down inside the 17.
Jonathan
Some power
Taylor.
football from the Badgers.
Jake Ferguson helped set the edge against Troy Dye, 84. And watch the patience once again by Taylor. Actually, he helped set up. They're going to bring it back on a holding call. He actually tried to set that up by moving inside.
I didn't see no
and
flags
then
on the
bouncing
play.
it to the outside. But the Badgers cost themselves there with a holding call.
Yep,
Big
holding on
difference.
Jason
They'll spot it all the way
Erdman.
back at the 39. 1st and 20 now. Jason Erdman. So the right guard there, one of the guys who waited a long time to be a starter, a 5th-year senior. Admire the dudes who can play that position in a sport as tough as football is to play. Not getting a chance to see the field very often until your 5th year.
5th-year senior. Paul Chris calls a timeout.
So Wisconsin driving, trying.
All right. Both teams now officially have 2 timeouts remaining. Wisconsin took a timeout. They're first. Yeah, Demon Dad, those flags they got to do something better than that. Like, they got to start playing more discipline. We are going to be doing Georgia and Baylor next after this. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. Absolutely. You know, you have a good run, but it gets negated by the penalty. You know, but I definitely do think that both teams are really trying to feel themselves out, you know, in this first half. Uh, I definitely think it's going to be a lot more interesting come the second half. What's going on, Douglas Dupree? Says, yeah, more discipline. Absolutely. I will say this. Shout out to the NCAA. They actually got a lot of these matchups right this year. You know, a lot of these games were relatively close. Douglas says they need some bulletproof shoes. I think so too. Offense will open up more, says Demon Dad. Minnesota says Vikings are choke artists. That all you can say about us? Douglas says, love my Badgers. Jeremy says, you have to hold when the defense is that athletic. Don't get caught, LOL. Yeah, it's only illegal if you get caught. Jeremy says, go Ducks.
Years, and again this year it'll be by
right,
far the
we
most
are back,
attended bowl
folks.
game. On first and long, Cone from the pocket looking to chip away. The throw behind his receiver there, Kendrick Pryor, which kind of messed up the chances to make a big gain and to turn and catch it.
Yeah, this defense will hit you. You and I had a chance to call the Pac-12 championship game against Utah, and I remember you and I leaving that stadium thinking, man, we came in expecting Utah
What's
to
going on,
impose their
Gavin?
will
Says, go
on Oregon. And
Badgers.
instead, it was Oregon, especially their defense. I remember that night, Brady Breeze hitting people. You'll see him tonight, 25, playing in the middle of the field at center field. Physical, safety.
On second and long, Flyers got it again on the screen, but they've got him behind the line.
Got a tackle for
Thomas
loss.
Graham came flying up. You see the quickness
Third
of this
down.
defense.
A quick reaction, no hesitation at all by Thomas Graham, and a tough ask by 84. Ferguson as a tight end out in space. Gets the ball out quickly, trying to get linemen out in front, but because of how Thomas Graham, how quickly he reacted, that's the difference. You see 84, he's like, whoa, he jumped it. Based on what he saw in the formation, saw the lineman coming out. Nothing Jake Ferguson could do to hold him out.
Vasek is the number world champion.
Third and 19.
Undisputed record holding absolute top dog.
On from the pocket, flips it
Chilton
short.
always in
Brochuk's
forever
got it,
memory.
but he's going to be stopped at the original line of scrimmage. That holding penalty would have been a big run for Taylor, really stalling the drive. And it's fourth down. Troy Dye, yet another tackle. Leading tackler on this defense.
Almost feel that Paul Chris calling that play just to try to give them a chance here to get into better field goal range instead of trying to challenge Oregon downfield. Wasn't
Mark
worried about
Young
the first
says,
down.
"Need I
Just
say
want to get
more?"
a shot at a field goal.
It is Colin Larsh who reclaims his kicking job just before this Rose Bowl. Made it earlier from 44. And drives
Kick is
this
up.
kick up and true. Missed it.
And no
He
good.
hit it, but he just slid wide. So Wisconsin
Wow. Appreciate the 144 in the building. If we could get those likes up, definitely appreciate it. Hopefully everyone has had a safe and happy new year. Brady has 6 rings. Rick can't hate on that. Roger has 1. You know, refs love them too. Deem Dad says, shaking my head. Mark says, it's that story about you love them, but they totally suck. Deem Dad says, penalties, penalties, penalties. Cost them a touchdown. Absolutely. So after this game, we'll be doing Georgia and Baylor. We definitely have some good games on the list, folks. Appreciate everyone for rocking with your boy. All right, we're going to be getting set to kick back on the audio. Appreciate that, Craig Carter. Thank you for joining the family. You're definitely an MVP.
Heisman quarterbacks, Mariota and Winston.
Since that opening drive, 12 plays and a touchdown, they've gone 8 plays, 1 yard. Now 9 plays and maybe a yard and a half. Wisconsin and Jim Leonard, great adjustments.
Douglas says I lived 20 years
it was
in
the quick
Wisconsin.
Throws. It was mixing up the looks. It was the running game. It was just a mixed bag, and Jim Leonard saw enough from that first drive to make some adjustments to help this defense out. Now it's up to Oregon to respond and retaliate to what they're seeing from Wisconsin.
Leonard, the former Badger safety, had a very long NFL career, just defying the odds and the experts who said he was too small. Become a hot name in coaching circles based on success of his Badger defenses. Rudell just into heavy traffic, just nothing there. It'll be 3rd and long again.
Well, and one of the adjustments is that these linebackers are kind of figuring out this run scheme, and they're getting freed up.
Yeah,
and that's what they've done all
in
year.
Detroit.
You know, 57 and 54 here. Or see how he beats the lineman and trying to climb up to the second level? That's tough to do against Chris Orrs. He's coming downhill.
I do enjoy good football and basketball as well.
Now it's Bond's turn here on 3rd down.
What's
the last hurrah of both these stud linebackers. Herbert against the pass rush delivers incomplete. It was high. Johnny Johnson went up, but he was short of the marker anyway. Another 3 and out for Oregon.
Yeah, ball's out quick, and it had to be because on a stunt, Bond, who he indicated, kind of showed you where he
Minnesota
was, went from the edge, worked his way back into the middle, forces a quick throw by Herbert, and Johnson unable to hold on to it.
So again, since that touchdown, what is it now? 11 plays, and they're in negative yardage on those 11 plays.
Yep.
Jack Dunn back deep. Mamone gets it away, and it's returnable from the 21. And tackle made quickly there at the 30. Time to go from plan to.
All right. Jim Leonard was a walk-on All-American safety.
drive. Their last possession became up empty on the missed field goal. Take over from the 28. Taylor shows his patience and shows his toughness.
Ooh,
as he
got the
runs
first
through the
down.
tackle and chews up about 10.
And watch the center, Biotish, and also the left tackle, Van Lennon. Patience again. Does a nice job. Look, let him get up to those linebackers. And talking to Paul Chris, I said, man, you love to pull the lineman this year. He goes, well, you do what the back does best. And because of his patience and his vision, gives us better blocking angles when we pull those linemen around up to those backers.
Within 41 yards of another 2,000-yard season now. 8 for 47 today. JT's got it again. And
Ball's on the ground.
Ball.
Recovered by Oregon.
Lenore comes up with the fumble. And the Ducks get a spark in the
Wow.
takeaway.
Well, a veteran able to rip this
Out
football
the
out.
hands of
Troy
Jonathan
Dye, who
Taylor.
led the Ducks in tackles the last 4 years as a senior. It's a great run. I mean, Wisconsin starting to get it going a little bit, but watch 35. Instead of tackling, he goes for the football and gets it out of there. And Oregon all over. They see the football, and Lenore has the speed. He almost gets to the outside, but a big gain for
420
Taylor
says,
in Wisconsin,
come on,
negated
Ducks.
by fumble and a heads-up play by Troy Dye to rip it out of there.
Ducks have been great at intercepting the ball. That's only their 5th fumble recovery all season. And this offense, which has been stagnant the last 3 possessions, begins in plus territory
Yeah,
at the
we're
36.
trying to make a comeback.
First down throw and a slant completion. They said, heck with trying to run into a 9-man box. We'll get the ball to Johnny Johnson for a gain of 7.
Well, they had a right tackle that was about 3 or 4 yards downfield. Like a lot of teams, you know, they do the run pass options. The linemen don't know all the time if it's going to be a run or a throw. And Calvin Throckmorton that time got away with one as he was downfield thinking it may have been a run.
Yeah,
Ended up throwing
that
it.
does hurt. It's self-inflicted mistakes.
Herbert tries to keep it. He was strung out, cut it back,
Herbert
took a
was
shot.
about a yard.
Noah Burks knocks him down after a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd and 2.
He was fortunate not to have a significant loss because Burks was there. He stayed home.
Yeah, Mark, it is.
I really thought that Herbert
those type
thought
of
he may
plays are
have had
game
a block
changers.
by a man going in motion. Hampmoyer, keep an eye on the football as he's trying to get yards. He took a big hit there by Sanborn. It definitely came out.
Yeah, he had to reach back and recover his own fumble. 3rd and 2. Verdell. He has to work hard to get back to the line of scrimmage. He did not get the marker. Sanborn and Bond again. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, I really think this defensive line is very underrated. They've gotten
4th and
better
1.
as the year has gone on. The linebackers get most of the credit because of all the tackles, but Garrett Rand that time just got penetration. Actually got his hands on Verdell, and then you saw 56 at the same time. Bond help out.
Another one of those short yardage 4th downs for Oregon. It's been a problem this year. Need about 1.5 yards. Verdell right into the teeth of that front.
Did
The
not
second
get
effort
it.
Get him there. Or again was the man trying to prevent
Turnover
it.
on down.
He's short. You know, Mario Cristobal has great pride, and he believes in physicality. And that time, he told his offensive line, hey, we're going to go with what we think can help us out. We're going to run between the tackles, challenge Wisconsin. Big mistake because they were expecting it, and that's what I just talked about, that defensive line. This freshman, Benton, 95's a player, ran 93, and those linebackers attacking as well.
All right, I do got to mute the game audio for copyright music and commercials. As soon as the game resumes, I do resume the game audio, folks. Appreciate you guys for being patient. But it does look like it is short. After this game, we'll be doing Georgia-Baylor. And the next bowl game I will be doing is the national title game, LSU and Clemson. Jeremy says, should have kicked it. Free points off turnovers missed. Yeah, I don't know that one either, Demon Dad. I think they must have looked at the Detroit Lions playbook on that one. You don't line up in shotgun on a 4th and 1. I appreciate that, Steven. Steven Penhollow says, appreciate your broadcast. Ridiculous that games aren't on regular stations or streaming. You know, that's what we do here in the Sports Movement Network with the Gridiron Blitz, Amy Amor, Staple Sports, and myself, as well as our newest division, TSMN Entertainment, with MonStar Sports and Entertainment. That's what we do here. You know, we bring to you guys good content like this, and, you know, we enjoy the interactions with people. And, you know, we try to build a community and a family. That's why, you know, every time people subscribe and their subscriptions aren't hidden, you know, it pops up with your name. It says, welcome to the family. You're definitely an MVP, because that's how I truly feel about you guys. You guys, you know, are joining the family. What's going on, Mitch? Gillum? Hopefully I said your name correctly. It says, come on, Oregon. I appreciate that, Steven. Big Ten is having a decent bowl run this year. Absolutely, Douglas. When was the last time you seen the Saints or Packers get called with a hold?
And Jim Delaney, last day on the job, and who has to be considered one of the architects of the modern college football landscape. Big Ten Network launched. Expansion from 10 to 14 on his tenure. Everest Base Camp is in Jim's future. He's a mountaineer guy.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Told him I want to go on one of those trips in the summer with him.
We'd go to Everest Base Camp with him.
Love that.
Taylor off the fumble is back in the game, but Cohn's throwing on 1st down and gets it to Isaac Garendo out of the backfield. Both offenses just struggling for ways to gain chunks of yardage at this point.
I'd recommend a throw down the field. You know, I think you try to stretch.
That was a 3-yard play,
when they're
2nd and
crowding
7.
the line, and you know,
6:20 left in the second quarter. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining.
That fumble.
Wisconsin 10 with the football.
Has the
Oregon
receivers
7.
that can challenge Oregon's secondary. And the time to do that is not on 3rd down.
He's had 8 completions, but only for 45 passing yards. On 2nd and 7, another short pass. It's Taylor.
Jonathan
who makes
Taylor
the
with the
catch.
1st down.
He will have 1st down
What's
yardage
going on,
near
Mark?
the 40.
Dyke.
Get him matched up, not against the linebacker, but against a safety.
10 to 7.
And I think that's an area he really has grown, is as a back
Appreciate
out of the
that,
backfield,
Jeremy.
matched up that time against Brady Breeze, the hard-hitting junior safety.
About 25 passes this year, 5 of them for touchdowns. Didn't have a touchdown reception his first couple years. 1st down carry. Nothing. He's stolen
No
right
gain.
at the line of scrimmage there.
Unleashing
Troy
your prime,
Dye.
your fave. What do you mean?
So active. Doesn't
Unleashing
matter.
your prime.
Defensive coordinators come and go. Schemes change. This guy makes 1 million tackles every year.
That's exactly right. Here's what Wisconsin has done. Of course, they had, if you're just tuning in, they had a big kickoff return after Oregon's opening drive to get their touchdown. And that 12-play drive.
Oh, who do I think is going to win? I do think that
Rochette
Wisconsin's
spelling
going to
Taylor.
win. I'm not counting out Oregon. Oregon's a very good football team.
And rolls on 2nd and 10.
But I am a
Again,
Michigan fan,
very
so I
short
am rooting for
completion,
the
but
Big
Ducks
Ten.
allowing nothing after the catch. Holland made the tackle.
And Javon Holland is a superstar. Plays that hybrid spot. Is asked to do a lot. They'll blitz him. They'll play him out in space. They'll play him in man-to-man right here against the most talented receiver that Wisconsin has.
I will say I do enjoy
A lot of the
Oregon's
defenses
defense
today, they have
today.
that guy that's asked to bounce around and times be a linebacker, a safety, a corner. And that is Javon Holland for the Ducks.
Only big play by the Wisconsin passing game has been the completion to Ferguson, the tight end. They need 7 on this third down. Ducks bring the pressure. It's picked up. Cone.
Intercepted.
Graham cutting back and will be knocked down inside the 35. It's the second takeaway for the Oregon defense. They came on the blitz and they got in the quarterback's face.
Yeah, they brought Boone up, blitzing here, but they moved Thibodeau to the inside, and usually he's the outside rusher. This time he goes matched up against the center and gets by him. That ball, it looked like it's, Troy Dye able to get a hand on that. No, just goes over top of him. Ball's thrown behind Cephas, and heads up play by Thomas Graham. And the Ducks now are in really good field position to see if they can capitalize. Poorly thrown ball there on third down by Jack Cone.
Yeah, it's the 20th interception by Oregon. 11 different guys in this defense
I
have a
heard
pick,
about
including Graham.
Davis Stern passing away today at 77 with a brain hemorrhage.
Herbert looking to throw and fires high, and Jawan
got the
Johnson
first
makes
down.
the catch down in the red zone. Beat Faion Hicks.
420 days.
They had Chris Moore on the outside.
Baby.
And Sanborn, who ends up going with the tight end, Camp Moyer, so it opened up the
It's
middle of the
funny,
field.
I was just talking about the Oregon Ducks defense,
Johnson.
and here they turn around and go get a touchdown or an interception.
The defense has set up the Oregon offense in plus territory after a takeaway, and finally they get a first down.
More yards
Appreciate
on that
that,
play than
Black.
the last 15 combined.
Thank
you for joining the family. You're definitely an MVP.
Down. Scoots to a crease to the middle.
Got the first down. Ball at the 5.
It's been hard to earn yards up the middle, but they got about 15 there.
Yep, Dallas Warmack, the right guard, 75. Watch him sustain that block and open it up there for Burdell to have some room.
Keeper on first and goal. Herbert.
Herbert with the touchdown.
Second
Oregon.
touchdown run for the Ducks quarterback, and they reclaim the lead.
Five-yard touchdown run for Justin Herbert. That drive took 3 plays, 33 yards, in 47 seconds. It is 13-10.
Williams is
Oregon
running
with
in
the
motion
lead.
right here, and Bond right here. Keep an eye on both of these guys because they lose contain. Bond there, Williams slips, and it gives him the edge.
Douglas,
and there's that stiff arm
absolutely.
again.
Sometimes you got to either eat the sack or throw the ball out of bounds.
Lewis with the PAT. Herbert.
Kick is up. Kick is good. It is 14-10. Oregon with the lead. We got 3:16 remaining in this first half, folks. We got ourselves a good game. Absolutely, D-Dad. Wisconsin got to answer, at least with a field goal. Bring it close or try to take the lead. So for those of you that are new, I do have to mute the game audio for copyright music and commercials. As soon as the game resumes, I do resume the audio. Appreciate you guys for being patient. After this game, we got Georgia and Baylor for the Sugar Bowl. Then the next bowl game I'll be doing is the National Title Championship game with LSU and Clemson. I will be doing all the NFL playoff games as well as the Super Bowl. This week I do have 2 Pistons games against the LA Clippers and the LA Lakers. That will be the Clippers tomorrow, and after the playoff games on Sunday, it will be Pistons and Lakers. After the Super Bowl, I will be incorporating more NBA games as well as college basketball. John Barrett, there is no video due to copyright claims, that will get my my stream shut down and get a 90-day ban. So I will not be showing the video of the game. Those people that show the game do not care about you as a person. Here I am building a community and a family. So that is why I do it like this with commentary and game audio. You're more than welcome to rock with your boy, but the game will not be shown on this channel. But after the Super Bowl, I'll be incorporating more college basketball and NBA games. And then I will be your home for college March Madness.
On a couple of touchdown runs.
We are back.
Man, his grandpa was an excellent Ducks player. All he wanted to do was quarterback Oregon to end his career in the Rose Bowl. He said it's a Hollywood script. Ducks have the lead again.
What's going on, Paul?
Wisconsin with
Gearhart
turnovers of each of their last two offensive possessions.
Hot to the head.
Cruikshank has provided
interception.
Wisconsin's only touchdown with that electric return.
2 holding calls on big
Got
plays.
it at the goal line.
Like Ohio State
And
game
he's got a
with
crease
dominating
again.
refs causing outcome.
Out near midfield.
And Wisconsin almost gets the ball to midfield. A great return.
Until his heroics early on. He got 47 that time.
Make sure we give Thibodeau credit and move him to the inside on 3rd down, and he really affected Cone by being able to get a hand literally into the face of Cone, which caused him to throw that ball behind Cephas, where Graham gets the interception. Whatever it takes, right? We saw Trevor Lawrence do it in the Fiesta Bowl where he had to run. We've seen Herbert tonight, a drop back guy, a pocket guy, twice get outside and use his speed to get into the end zone.
Cone until the interception completed 9 in a row.
Dean Dash says, let's go Badgers.
Throws. Good protection. Again, another short throw. And wrestled
all right,
down.
ball's at midfield.
Chris, we talked to Paul Chris, and he praised
3
Jack
minutes
Cone for that
remaining in the
steadiness and that
second half,
maturity that he's seen. Herbie, I know you
first half,
often look for
second
how
quarter.
a player handles adversity, a mistake that he just made. Jack Cone came over to the sideline, no demonstrable reaction whatsoever. Absolutely flatline, put the headset on, and then when it was ready, took it off, went back out here to try to lead this offense again after that bad pick.
Tommy, you know from being around them this week, this team has really responded to the intangibles to Jack Cone.
He's got it. And
Cone with the first down.
Showing that the run is part of the game plan. He's got a first down before Breeze stopped him.
A cross player, athletic guy, gets out, kind of break a tendency there. Everybody, of course, always expecting Taylor to get it. 56 that time. Bryson Young chasing. Jonathan Taylor down, an easy read, but love to hear that report from Tom,
but
that's
I do
an
agree
important
with
quality
that.
to have for a first-year starting quarterback.
Not flashy, but certainly more than a game manager. From the pocket, Cone delivers. Throw right near the marker to Ferguson. Be a yard short at the 34.
They keep going to the big fella, 6'5". He's matched up against the safety.
Now. We are awake.
Nick Pickett is a good player, but 6'1". It's a matchup that you got to like, especially on early downs. If you can get that matchup one-on-one, you take it.
Still had
3 for Ferguson, 3 catches for Squires. Cephas, their main weapon, has been kept in check.
Put bad calls behind you and play. Absolutely.
And second and short. Taylor is bottled up, and he got nothing there.
Well, they are pushing people around. That time it was Drake
3rd and 1.
90.
No game.
Watch him do a nice
Omni
job of getting some
says,
penetration.
Badgers should be up
matched up right there.
27-7 right now. Holding
pushing
penalties.
that
2
left
turnovers
guard,
cost
Norman,
them.
into the
No
backfield.
penalty versus Oregon.
We keep bragging about how physical
was a hit to
Wisconsin's
the head
defense
by
can be,
Oregon, which
and how
which
physical the
caused the
Oregon offensive
interception.
line can be. Boy, these Ducks up front playing with physicality.
Badgers 0 for on 3rd down so far.
Yeah, they did get away with
but
hands to the face.
this is very much in their wheelhouse. They shift around 5 guys before the snap and hand it off inside to Stockey.
And they got the
Big
first
fullback,
down.
and he's got first down yardage.
3 yards in a cloud of dust. Old school football there on short yardage.
240-pounder out of Menominee, Wisconsin. Where else could he play, right?
What was that you talked about? Was it 1924? The kicker that came out. It was kind of that carry that had that feel of the 20s and 30s, but he got the first
automatic.
down.
Final minute of the first half here as the Badgers try to reclaim the lead. The Mazda halftime report with Reese, Dez, and David Pollock are coming up, including performances from both the Oregon and Wisconsin marching bands.
All right, Wisconsin took a second timeout. Just in case they go to commercial. All right, not looking like
Able to set themselves up with a chance to reclaim the lead. There's a fan who's a little overserved, maybe just enjoyed his New Year's Eve, and it's carried over to January 1st. We won't show him, but the fans are taking a look as the security tries to gang tackle him, and he's showing some
better at that. Michigan could have won
skills
that
and
game.
resolve.
Absolutely. That's why I kept telling everybody Michigan was going to get blown out. I do not like Shea Patterson.
Wisconsin
at all.
Albie's talking about.
We don't show it for obvious reasons. We don't want to glorify the idiot who's jumped into the action here, but Alvarez is enjoying it.
Look at him.
Man, he was really the architect, the Wisconsin blueprint. You know, the toughness, the developing of players who are overlooked by other places and becoming stars.
And when he retired and Brett Bielema took over, the DNA of this program maintained itself. And Brett did an incredible job. And Paul Chris has come in for Gary Anderson. You see, again, they're back to being Wisconsin. Paul Chris understands that better than anybody.
Hopefully a year overdue.
It really starts with the early 90s.
No, I think this is his last year.
Barry Alvarez came in.
It's either his last year or he has one more year.
Personalities, Alvarez,
but I do believe this is his last game.
A whole lot of personality characteristics, but they've each found a way to.
They understand how to win in Madison, Wisconsin. They know what it takes.
I'll tell you what, this has become an elaborate procedure as the fan who had wandered out on the field is finally corralled by the security personnel. Kirk, we sort of expected a defensive tone to this game. We've gotten it. There have been 3 takeaways, and the offenses have really had to earn everything since that opening drive by the Ducks.
Yeah, and I think that's a credit to the defensive staffs, their preparation, what they've seen, adjustments within the game. But at the same time, I think Wisconsin's offense seems to have settled down, putting some things together. They're executing. They get a chance here at the end of this first half to, at the very least, try to get into field goal range, see if they can maybe take a shot, get into the end zone. But Oregon, you know how Justin Herbert, you know what he can do leading an offense. I think it's going to be a great second half going up against Jim Leonard and the Badger defense.
Ducks, minds of many, carrying the flag for a Pac-12 conference. It's had a rough go in bowls. Big-time losing record over the last 3 years. Utah, which was a playoff contender until the Ducks took care of them, routed by Texas. This would be a real marquee win for a conference that needs one as the champions win this Rose Bowl. 52 seconds, Wisconsin with 1 timeout remaining. It's Groshek in the game on first down. Bone took a peek downfield and will launch for the corner. And coming back to make a catch at the 1 is Cephas. They interfere with him. It didn't matter. But
I've been waiting for it, right?
There is a flag on the play.
Shot to Cephas into the boundary where he has a chance one-on-one. He goes against Wright, the freshman, adjusts back to the football.
Let's see the call here, though.
Pass interference, defense.
Yes.
Number 17. This penalty is declined.
Ball at the 1.
On the field is a catch, and the receiver down by rule at the half-yard line. It's first down. The receiver was down inbounds, therefore the clock will start on the ready for play signal.
What a catch. What an effort by Cephas. It was 2, not 17. It was a great look at it from the pylon cam. He stepped out of bounds there as he was working to get back to catch that ball.
A couple things to look at,
Yeah. He's out of bounds, his left foot.
and did not reestablish
Wisconsin
in the field of play.
on the
judgment will be,
half-yard line.
Was he shoved out? But yeah,
First and goal.
There. Tremendous effort to fight back to the ball. Bill Lamagne, our expert in the booth. Couple things to look at on this replay, Bill.
Yeah, you
Him
can either
stepping
do
out
a
of bounds
fullback
was due to contact, so there's
drive
no
or
problem
what do you call it?
legality-wise by that.
Right
But
up the
as
gut
you
with
mentioned, he did not-
Jonathan Taylor.
He did not get his foot off the ground when he first touched the ball. He's out of bounds. That's an incomplete pass.
So they'll take the pass interference.
Exactly. They'll go back to the pass interference call, and they'll take it.
There's the knee going down, and is the ball? Yeah, the ball looks like it clearly hit the turf and was trapped there.
But that's totally immaterial. If the foot's out of bounds, he touches the pass, it's incomplete, period. So the trap is immaterial.
Foot did touch down, then came up, but the catch wasn't made anyway. It'll be on right, the pass interference call.
What an effort, though.
It's tremendous effort.
Yeah, and again, Cephas, he's a guy that has a chance to win
Absolutely,
one-on-one,
Jeremy.
especially with the way Oregon wants to play.
We got 45
against
seconds
Jonathan
remaining
Taylor.
in the
He'll
first
get his
half.
chances. Gifted receiver.
They are, what do you call it?
It's
Reviewing
Bob
the
Hubble,
completed
who's
pass.
the replay official of this Big 12 crew, taking a long look at this. And here's the verdict from Brandon Cruz.
After reviewing the play, the receiver was out of bounds. He did not reestablish before he touched the ball. It's an incomplete pass. The penalty for defensive pass interference will be enforced 15 yards from the 33-yard line. The ball be placed at the 18-yard line.
Okay, ball is now at the 18-yard line.
So
First
the
and 10.
effort by Cephas not rewarded, but the penalty will set up the Badgers
What's
in the
going
red
on?
zone.
Art Flow
Still
says
45
go
seconds to
Ducks.
play.
Still have the one timeout. Paul Chris trying to hold on to that last timeout.
Taylor out of the game. It's Groshek to the right of Cone. Ducks bring some late pressure. Ball out quickly, and the catch is once again made by the tight end there, Ferguson.
Yeah, hold your timeout. Try to go fast here with Cone getting communication. They went to Ferguson again, matched up against Pickett. Got to have some urgency here from Jack Cone.
Seconds ticking away on this 2nd and 3 play. Cone from the pocket to Groshek. He's stopped short of the mark. They have to spend the timeout now.
Yep, they're going to have to use it.
Thibodeau on the tackle. Again, they try to work underneath.
But a good job by Oregon taking away the vertical
All right,
throw.
Wisconsin
They're
used
forcing
their last timeout.
Wisconsin
Oregon
and
has
Cone
2.
to have to throw the ball to the edge where they can rally
60
on the
seconds
football.
left.
Did a
3rd
great
and
job
3.
of rallying. Almost nothing after the catch for these Badger receivers this afternoon.
What's going on, Chops?
No gain on that play. So 3rd down and 3. If you don't make it, the clock is not stopped. You'd really have to hustle the field goal team out. So they'll be getting ready. 1st down, of course, would stop it momentarily to move the sticks.
Just took a 3-hour nap.
That's why you want to give
Well,
him
good
a
morning,
play
sunshine.
that you're either going to get the 1st down or it's an incompletion.
Chris looks so frenetic, doesn't he? He is so calm. It's like he's kind of ordering the morning coffee.
Yeah.
It's just
You know,
absolutely wonderful way about him with quarterbacks.
I think that personality really rubs off on not just the quarterback, but the entire offense, the entire team. There's a great way about him.
And is so
Tommy
poised.
Cohn
It's
says,
a cerebral approach.
throw
A
it
lot
in
of
the
different
end zone
ways to coach this football game, aren't there? You
to
can
the
have
tight end or Cephas.
personalities across the entire spectrum. You could be bouncing
take a
around full of
sack.
energy.
Roll the
You could be a
quarterback
flatline guy.
out here.
You could be like Gus Malzahn today, you know, as an Auburn coach, or you watch Paul Chris, it's completely opposite. Now inside, Paul Chris may be a Gus Malzahn, but he does a
Alrighty.
good job. Again, they want to throw this ball either for a
Here
first
is
down
the
or it's an
money down.
incompletion. Can't take a sack for the half's over.
3 receivers, bunch to the left. Groshek is the back. And Cone sets up in the pocket, delivers a strike.
Oh, they got it.
Catch made.
They got it.
Touchdown,
Wisconsin.
Badgers back on top.
It is 16-14. 11 seconds
The
remaining.
big play weapon finally gets involved. We'll check and make sure he crosses the plane after the catch here.
Yeah,
Yep.
He's across. A good look at it right there. And what great patience by Jack Cohn. Considering Oregon does a good job of rushing the quarterback, he allows his receivers to clear out and then waits for Cephas to clear. Watch how he waits for this receiver right here to take this defender. And once that happens, it opens it up, and he makes a great throw. And with that safety coming in there, Breeze, he had to get rid of it just in the nick of time, which is exactly what he did.
Breeze, the big hitting safety, was
Kick is
slow
up.
to
Kick
leave
is
the
good.
field after that collision with Cephas.
17, 14,
Wisconsin's
11
offense comes
seconds
to life
remaining
with a
in the first half.
53-yard drive and 8 plays to reclaim the lead.
Let's watch Jack Cohn's eyes.
Oregon is the
Talking
only
about
team that has
steady Eddie. Look at
timeouts
him,
remaining,
looking back,
and they have
eventually
2.
waits. Receiver clears, it opens up that middle, and there's Cephas. Gets his revenge from having that catch called back. This time he gets the last laugh and the touchdown for the Badgers.
So interesting, entertaining first half. Both offenses have made their mistakes. The defenses have made their imprints on this half, but the Badgers reclaim a 3-point lead.
Really setting ourselves up for a great second half, you would think, with these two teams. And remember, Wisconsin does get the ball. Oregon won the toss, took the ball, went down and scored in 12 plays on that opening possession.
Wisconsin
But
does
Badgers,
receive
of
the
course,
ball
now will get
at halftime.
After that touchdown, they'll get the ball to start the second half.
And that Badger defense limiting Oregon to just 115 total yards in the first half. Both offenses, as you might expect, have struggled on third down. The man they call Legatron, who made a 62-yard field goal earlier this season, just boots it across the ground. And it's fallen on at the 25-yard line with 9 seconds before halftime.
Welcome to the family. You're definitely an
Beautiful
MVP.
day for the Goodyear blimp to provide the aerial coverage. The newest honorary member of the College Football Hall of Fame. The Goodyear blimp. Goodyear, more driven.
What's going on, Hawks? So many subs. Appreciate you, brother.
It's not quite Camp Randall West. Not quite the total dominance of the folks in red, but they have made the journey here 1,600 miles on the Wisconsin campus. Hoping to see the Badgers' first Rose Bowl win in 20 years. They've lost 3 since that last win.
All right. They kneeled it down, and that is your first half, 17-14.
Herbert, no touchdown passes.
All right, and I do have to bring out that.
It's like a game with momentum swings and big plays. What do you need to see more of in the second half?
Well, first, we got to cover kicks better. I mean, we allow a touchdown. We let this thing come back to the 50. They got to score before halftime. And we got to maintain offensive momentum. You know, we got in sync on our first drive, really sputtered after that, got back in sync after a big turnover. We got to play with consistency.
All right, thanks for your time, Coach. Now we send it over to Tom Rinaldi.
Maria, thank you, Paul. With that late score, how do you build on that momentum as you get the ball to start the second half?
Well, obviously it was good to get, and you know we got to just do a good job playing better football all around. You know, 2 turnovers and some of the penalties are getting us in trouble. But I like the way the guys are playing and competing, and there's still a lot of football left. You know, but I mean, you say you want to build off of that, and it's every point matters, right? And you were able to get some points there, and that's good. And get the ball, and you got to do things with it. And defensively, we just got to keep playing.
Appreciate the time.
All right, thanks, Tom.
Here's the man.
All right. So I will be taking a quick halftime break. I will be in the chat. So if you guys want to chat it up with me, I will be in the chat. But with that being said, I'm going to take a quick halftime break, get another dilly, and we'll be back for the second half, folks. Stay tuned. All right. What is going on, guys? We are going to be getting set to kick the game back off. Wisconsin does receive the ball to start the second half. About an hour and 41 minutes, we'll be live for Georgia and Baylor in the Sugar Bowl. Hopefully all 130 of you had a very happy new year. Health and wealth for the new year. So after this game, we got Georgia Baylor. Tomorrow we got the Pistons at the Clippers. Friday I am off. Then I'll be doing some NFL playoff games. I'll be doing all playoff games. And then on Sunday night, I'll end the night after the playoff games with the Pistons at the Lakers. So we got some action-packed fun going on here on Troxel Sports Talk. Appreciate each and every single one of you for rocking with your boy. Hopefully you guys could come back and we have some more fun. Let me know in the chat who you guys are going for. Put hashtag Ducks or hashtag Badgers. AT says that will be 2 blowouts on Troxel. Team Dad says hashtag Badgers, go Big Ten. AT says hashtag Badgers. Joshua Hunter says, hashtag Badgers, going for 6-1 when listening to you. Good luck, charm. Appreciate that, Joshua. Team Dad says Badgers win if they can play a clean second half. Absolutely. You know, but I do feel that both teams will make the proper adjustments. This game could go into overtime, in fact. What is going on? Vance Wisner says, thanks for the games. It helps me have a real New Year feeling here in South Korea. No other way for me to enjoy the games. Well, this is what we do, Vance. We do this all year long. You are probably a military man, so I salute you. Appreciate all your hard work, brother. Come home safe. Nope, not military. Okay. All right, we're coming off of halftime. I'm a teacher. That is what's up, Vance. Shout out to the teachers out in South Korea. That's awesome.
Keep doing what you're doing.
All right. We are back, folks.
Outside of the turnovers, they've been able to move the ball.
Crookshank has been the hero so far. A couple of long returns. That time he is knocked airborne and out of bounds short of the 25.
All right. For copyrighted music and commercials, I do mute the audio. But as soon as the game resumes, I do resume audio.
And that puts the Badgers up there by 3 points.
Taylor, who still hopes to have a 2,000-yard season with 51 in the first half. Just about
gain
two
about
more
one
there. Tom?
On the subject of halftime adjustments, talking about Chris coming out of the locker room, he said, it isn't just at halftime. It's the adjustments that we try to make in-game. He'd like to think that that's resulted in the scoring drive to end the first half. In terms of the mistakes that were made, he said, it's not about those, it's about the response. Of course, JT doesn't want to put the ball on the ground. Cone doesn't want to throw an interception. What matters most is the response. As for his sense of calm, Chris, he said, I certainly hope I don't panic. If that's what the players see in me, that's what they'll do. That's what you're seeing if you think I'm calm.
I'm not sure he's ever
Flag on the
panicked in
play.
his life.
No.
But he won't be
False
pleased with
start.
that as another misfire by
Second
Erdman,
down.
the guard. Maria, what about the Duck side?
Well, coming out of the Oregon locker room, Mario Cristobal said that he told his team that we can't have any more self-inflicted wounds. So that means on special teams, no more giving up touchdowns. Defensively, they've played lights out, generating those turnovers. But most importantly, he wants his team to generate juice. If you're holding a clipboard on the sideline, stand up, get the fans excited, get your team into it, and bring it the entire time. You can already see that on the sidelines now, guys.
Yeah, they're waving towels over there, trying to bring the juice. Second and 13, Cone from the pocket delivers a shot along the sideline, and Cephas tries to wrestle free from
with the
Lenore.
second
He's
effort.
tackled about 3 or 4 yards short of the marker.
Yeah, Lenore, tight coverage. Starts in man, kind of a press coverage, starts to bail, good feel there. Knows where that first down is, keeps him well short. These corners, both Lenore on one side, Graham on the other, have been challenging Cephas and the Badgers the entire game with their coverage.
Brady Breeze, who left the game after that collision on Cephas' touchdown reception, is on the field. It's certainly great news for the Ducks as they try to get a stop here on 3rd and 4. Cone against the 3-man rush, has time. They dump it short.
Cephas with the first down.
Who bangs
Ball
forward for a
past
first
the
down.
40.
Showing his physical side.
Yeah, that was Troy Nye. That's a big-time linebacker for Oregon who hits him and he bounces off it. Oregon sitting in the zone. Cone delivers his ball. I don't think they expected Troy Dye to be there. How about Cephas delivers the blow on Troy Dye. Dye doesn't wrap up. He tries to just hit him and be physical to knock him back. And I think he underestimates Cephas at 6'1", 207 pounds, handling it.
20 pounds short of what the linebacker brings, but won that collision. And now Cone looking to make a downfield throw. Loops it for Pryor. It is
broken up.
Drifting back was Breeze to make a play. Pryor had a step, but the throw wasn't long enough.
But Breeze starts way to the left of the offense and then works his way by following the eyes of Jack Cone. Watch him show some range.
Yeah,
he senses that, almost hopes that the ball is thrown so he can go up and make a play on it. Goes up, and Pryor
applying that pressure.
Doesn't give up on the play. He's fighting for the football.
Breeze had it in his hand as well.
Down to the ground and it pops up.
Breeze, whose uncle, Chad Cota, was a very tough linebacker, played in the '95 Rose Bowl team. On 2nd and 10, Cone wanted to throw a screen.
Oh, that could be a intentional grounding.
Javon Holland came off the corner.
Well, this is a screen team. Watch Funa, the true freshman. Watch him kind of sense this and feel this and take it away. Nothing that Jack Cone could do with the ball. And they're going to take a look at this. They may take a look at this. But no, he throws it down. Taylor is actually there. But, boy, great job by Funa taking that away and negating that play from the start.
Yeah, Brandon Cruz got on the mic and said it was not intentional grounding.
Okay, no intentional grounding.
So 3rd and 10. Taylor again on the backfield.
Oh, bad
low
snap.
Cone fields it on the hop. And
oh, come on. That was a bad play.
But again, the
from
snap
start
just
to
messed
finish.
up the timing of the play.
Yeah, a kind of a lazy snap there by a really good center. Jack Cone showing his athletic ability. No, he's a lacrosse player, but here he's a shortstop. Comes up with a ball, but it kills the timing, especially with the pressure that Oregon was applying. And even if Cephas makes that catch, he's 2 or 3 yards short of the first down.
Very uncharacteristic mistake by Beatrix, making his 41st start. And now the punch step.
Oh, my goodness.
The Ducks.
The Ducks to the 5. Touchdown.
Special teams
Oregon.
For Wisconsin. And Oregon reclaims the lead.
They definitely brought the juice in the second half.
Well, they had a couple different players that got
What's
in
going
there.
on, baby?
Bucky Woods,
Badger?
14, is also, he's leading the charge. But Breeze, well, he's a ball hawk. He's looking for that football. He didn't come up with the interception, but instead he picks up the drop ball by the punter and takes it into the end zone for a touchdown for the Ducks.
Anthony Lonnie just couldn't corral it. Breeze says, I'll take that ball, picks it up like a loaf of bread with one hand. And the playmaker, who was such a huge part of the Pac-12 championship game over Utah, had 9 tackles in that game and a pick. Scores his 3rd touchdown this season. Had a pick-6, Kurt, and now 2 fumble returns for scores. And
Kick is
special
up,
teams
kick
have
is
been
good.
the story of Rose Bowl 106.
21-17.
Ducks
Oregon takes the lead.
back up by 4.
Oregon brought the pressure, and the punter for Wisconsin just dropped the ball, failed to go for the kick, and Breeze went and recovered that fumble for a touchdown. Like, if he would have went in for that kick, could have got a roughing the kicker, could have got running into the kicker, could have got anything. But the kicker froze. Demon Dan says, well, so much for a clean second half. Yeah. But I will say this has been a good game. Unleashing Your Prime says Wisconsin will come back. Mega Music says, "Yep, want to see if what's going to happen with the Georgia Baylor game." Yeah, if you guys are new, I am going to be doing the Georgia Baylor game following this game for the Sugar Bowl. I will also be doing the national title game.
Watches him. Grochek, who's a great player, just had to be a miscommunication. Chris Orr's to his left. Nobody picks up Woods. He gets right through. And then, of course, Breeze picks it up, walks into the end zone.
31-yard return of that fumble snap. Each team now with a special teams touchdown. Cruikshank. And, boy, he's tough to pan in. Knocked out short of the 40. Talked about the uncle of Brady Breeze, Chad Cota, was a linebacker for the Ducks, played in the Rose Bowl game 15 years ago, and his mom.
We do not do that here, Color Cricket. You can go kick hot coal with the with no shoes on. You are out of here, and Hassan is out of here. Both of you guys can go kick hot coal with no shoes on. Goodbye.
So after 4 different lead changes, the Badgers are down 4, and it's Taylor who had the last series off, battling for 5 yards. Tom?
Well, Chris, to echo what Paul Chris said coming out at half, after that mishap by the special teams, he walked alongside the offensive unit, then to the quarterbacks, the running backs, the wide receivers, all with the same message. It's the response that matters. That's already happened. It's the response and the reply that matters. Same message to everybody. We'll see how well they heat it right now, Chris.
58
moderators that are in the chat, if you see people doing that, Color Cricket did, get them out of here. I do not want anyone in my chat that does that.
Is still 32 short of that 2,000-yard season. Got it again, and again, it's the Ducks who swarm him, drop him for a
No,
loss.
Minnesota, I want them out of here. Hide their channel.
Job. You know, it's not just loading the line of scrimmage. Watch how Oregon's winning the battle with the defensive line and getting off of blocks. I mean, Carlberg has had a big-time game as senior, a vocal leader, 90. He's been all over the place. They're rotating a lot of bodies to try to stay fresh.
How about Popo Amuvai? Some second-team defensive linemen in there in this series.
Yeah, they're rotating, keeping them fresh, allowing them to win that battle up front.
Badgers need 5 on 3rd down. Ducks rush 4, ball comes out high. Cephas wrestles for it. And
all right, Cephas with a gigantic first down.
Boy, gutsy throw on 3rd down against a blitz. They give him enough time for him to be able to look downfield. And you got Cephas going against the most talented defensive back from Oregon. Look at the hands there, the strength of those hands by Quintez Cephas. Right there, he's doing a good job of keeping the ball away from Holland and holding on to that football with both hands. Great execution there on a 3rd down.
Took a while for Cephas to get involved, but now he has 6 catches, including the touchdown.
I already hit their channels, but anyone comes in doing that, Just completely put them, hide their channel.
Delivers a catch like Danny Davis.
They are not welcomed in my chat.
First down play.
Yeah, you're going to see more and more of that for Wisconsin, just to get away from kind of what you'd expect from
people that want to come in and try to say, "Oh, I'm showing the game." They can go kick hot coals with no shoes on and get ran over by a Mack truck that I'm driving.
Tendencies ever so often, just to make Oregon aware that Jack Cohn's going to throw that football. Much easier to wait to throw on 1st and 10 than waiting till 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 8.
Because when they get their channel shut down forever, I'm going to laugh at them.
2nd and 2, not much there. Cristobal said the same thing, Kirk. In the month they have off, take a deep dive. Self-scouting is a bigger part for bowl prep than most folks realize. They look inward to see what the other side is going to anticipate and really try to work against tendencies.
Yeah, you have to do that. And at the same time,
all right,
it's fun
3rd and
to talk
2.
to these coordinators and coaches.
Wisconsin with the ball.
Trying to do too much with all that time off. You kind of got to go back to
8:40 remaining in the third quarter.
You to this point. But breaking up some tendencies and going against the grain a little bit is important. Just to, if nothing else, just to make the defense especially aware of your willingness to call that.
Wildcat here, Garrett Groshek, who was a high school quarterback, very prolific one in Wisconsin.
Didn't get it, only got a yard.
Yardage there. Ducks did the scouting, expected that, and Groshek, despite physical big body, couldn't get there. 4th down and 1 now.
But Jordan Scott was in the middle. He's a big fella, 322 pounds.
But this decision now at the 45.
Making music says
down
go
4.
Oregon Ducks.
Offense on the field, going for it.
I don't
All right,
think
they're
you
going to
want
go
to
for
run
it.
this. I know you believe in your line. You got a great center.
Wisconsin's 50%.
But man, you might want to get Taylor.
Oregon's
Try to get him out of the
going
edge.
for 4th downs.
Taylor behind Stocky in the I formation.
Look at these linebackers.
And they fake it, looking to throw for it, and they leak it out. And
Jonathan Taylor still on his feet. Ball at the 11 or 10-yard
like
line.
to get the ball to the outside.
Wow.
Because 4th and short, you
What
force think they're going to run
play.
in the middle. And good job of slipping him out. Lenore's actually a corner, and that slight hesitation because he was trying to protect the edge against the run.
What a play,
allows
folks.
Taylor to get outside of him. And I love that Jack Cohn
Yeah,
did not
I hope
hesitate.
the Detroit Lions can go get him. We need a real running back.
And he was decisive.
34 yards on the 4th and 1 play call by Christ. Groshek giving Taylor a breather now on 1st down. He's got the pitch, looking to throw back to the quarterback. Now he'll just take off. Pump fake. And he'll hammer it down to the 5.
Gain about 4 or 5.
Quarterback did a lot more running than passing.
What's going on, Preston Lance?
Very comfortable with this call. You can tell right away that he's going to look to throw the football coming this way, throwing back to the quarterback.
Appreciate you, Preston, for coming
he
through.
He realizes that it's defended really well.
Hopefully you had a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Out on the edge, just thinking of pump faking, trying to make the linebackers think that he's throwing the ball. Meanwhile, he knows he's going to try to keep it for yards.
Got a glove on that hand, of course, but he's a guy that grew up handling the football, knows what to do.
Ball on 5, 2nd and 4.
Taylor back in the game of the eye. Fullback. Boom! Stocky. Stacked up right at the 2. Troy Dye. A big-time collision.
Oh, that is a great hit. Dye hits him. Lenore, 6, also involved in that hit. The corner right there, both of them. And that's a big man they're pushing back. The fullback, Stoke, 240 pounds. Stokey.
So now another 3rd and short. They need a yard. Taylor shifts off.
Third and 1.
Now back to the eye.
Ball on the 3-yard line.
And again, having to really earn it. He ended up backing toward the goal line. Stopped at the 1.
First down.
Should be enough for a 1st and goal.
Well, this is a throwback Rose Bowl, isn't it? Line of scrimmage game. Look at Jake Ferguson, the tight end. Entire offensive line, defensive line pushing against each other. Stocky just enough to be able to get that 1st down.
Nothing wrong with throwback Rose Bowl, is it? It is fun. Both coaches said it'll be in the pit.
Oh, they're going to actually
won and lost.
I thought he had it and it was clean, but they're going to bring it out for a measurement.
The ball when they initially spotted it was closer to the one, and you know what?
Wow.
You stretch that chain out. That ball
Fourth
was moved
down
from the initial spot, I thought.
But they moved that ball way back.
Fourth down.
Like where they spotted it versus where he landed is very, very different. His knee must have touched because he landed at about the 6-inch line.
Pure power set in here for the Badgers. Couple of tight ends
Appreciate
and
that,
2 fullbacks
Lisa
in the
Boo
game.
310. Appreciate you for joining the family. You're definitely an MVP.
Another chance for the guys up front on both sides to help decide the game. And Chris will spend a timeout.
All right. First timeout. Wisconsin takes the timeout. They are left with 2. Oregon still has 3. Appreciate that, Joseph Bucknoff. Thank you for joining the family. You're definitely an MVP. So after this game, we'll be doing the Georgia Bulldogs and Baylor Bears for the Sugar Bowl. Tomorrow we'll do the Pistons and Clippers. I'm off on Friday. And then we'll be doing the NFL playoffs on the weekend. And to conclude the weekend, we'll do the Pistons at the Lakers. But yeah, that was a bad spot. Where he landed and where that ball was spotted was 2 different spots. What's going on in Spotlight Sports Talk? Oh, absolutely. We do have a great game. Both teams going back and forth. Spotlight Sports Talk says we lit. Absolutely. What's going on? Monsignor Noodles says horrible spot. Welcome to the chat. Appreciate you for coming out. Preston Lands. That is something you have to earn. Baby Badger says go Packers. I will say I am a Detroit Lions fan, but I do enjoy good football. So I'll be watching every single NFL playoff game. Says I'm a Seahawks fan. Preston, you better take care of Quandre Diggs. That's one of my favorite players. I do miss him on the Detroit Lions. All right, we are back. They are going for it, folks. 4th and 1.
The lone tailback. And hand it off.
And a touchdown.
Mason Stockey. And another lead change. It's Wisconsin back on top.
They went with that diamond
Mason
formation.
Stokey with a 2-yard touchdown
that
rush.
time as a decoy. They're not going with a sneak. get it to the outside to, you know, back to you're not necessarily expecting to get it. And Stocky, most eyes on that defense are thinking quarterback sneak or Jonathan Taylor. You're not thinking the two fullbacks that are flanking the quarterback, but Stocky takes it in.
Stocky only had 11 carries all season. That's his second touchdown.
Kick is
He
up.
was involved as receiver
And the
a couple
kick
times
is
in Minnesota,
good.
so he's been coming on late in the season.
24-21.
He can do more than just
Badgers
block.
with the
Badgers
lead.
back on top.
4:53. 4:53 left in the third quarter. Preston says, I want Oregon to win. Demon Dad says, slugfest. Absolutely. Minnesota says, me too, Preston. I appreciate that, Preston. Welcome to the family. You're definitely an MVP. Mega Music says, what a great game. Living up to the hype. Absolutely, Mega Music. Shout out to Oregon. Shout out to Wisconsin. They came to play. They came to win. Face Dry Fish says, reason TSC is the best Uber, 1 nice and welcoming, 2 clean, 3 Michigan fan. That is what's up. I appreciate that, FaZe. Deem Dad says, let's see if the Badgers D can make a play. We got 153 in the building. Let's see what you guys are going for. Put hashtag Ducks, hashtag Badgers. Preston says Wisconsin has 2 wins versus versus Oregon. Preston says Ducks. FaZe says Oregon. Emma says Badgers. Welcome, Emma. Hopefully you guys all had a very happy New Year and a very Merry Christmas.
Finish.
Alrighty.
Wisconsin up a 65-yard touchdown dive reclaims the lead. The Ducks have not yet had an offensive snap in the third quarter, so it's been a long time for this offense that started fast, Kirk, converted a touchdown late in the first half, but a lot of emptiness in between.
Yeah, I mean, go back, you can see it's been a while.
Which
since
one, in this game, Minnesota, or the next
Their
one?
opening drive, it was flawless. 12 plays, mixed the run with the pass, quick passes, great runs, attacking offense. Had Wisconsin backed up, not really
next
sure
one
what
I got,
was happening. Jim Leonard since then made
Georgia
some
over
adjustments,
Baylor.
and you can see we have not
But
seen much of anything of Oregon. They took advantage of great
Baylor's
field
not a
position
team
and
to
got their
sleep
second
on,
touchdown.
just like Oregon.
They have been shut down for the most part when they have to drive the length of the field.
110 yards of total offense for Herbert and company so far. There's a first down run into the teeth of that front, yielding just 3 yards for Verdell. Again, without Jalen Redd, who's a big part of this offense, minus a playmaker, where can they find a big play against this tough front?
When Juwan Johnson and Johnny Johnson are their better targets for Herbert.
And to get Micah Pittman, the true freshman, who's back, finally involved in the mix. It hasn't yet made an impact. Well, right on cue, they get a bubble screen to him, but the Badgers
no gain.
know about number 4. And they're all over him, no gain.
They're doing a really good job at not letting the speed get outside and get outflanked. They're forcing that speed back inside where they have great team pursuit with the linebackers by Jack Sanborn and Chris Orr.
Dad says nice
so
D.
fundamentally sound and so well coached on this side.
We got
of football
4 minutes remaining in the
Badgers.
third. Third and 7 for Oregon.
Crowd noise, and they get it on this 3rd and 7. Badgers bring the pressure. Herbert back, pedaling, flushed, pump fake, but a long way to go, and will not make the first down.
They are 3 yards short.
At the 32 by Zach Vaughn and Noah Burks.
Yeah, they bring both their middle linebackers, which forces
Mario
him
says
out.
Go Ducks.
Blitz here, blitz here. Then they use just an outside linebacker, Burks, is kind of a spy. So it forces him to flush him out, and instead of using that athletic ability to pick the first down, Burks does enough there. You can see Jim Leonard fired up to get him off the field yet again on another 3rd down.
Orr and Bond, they've been the backbone of this defense. Bond, a guy in particular the NFL scouts really love. 6'3", 235.
All right, the
Bond,
punt is
an
up.
ugly-looking kick off the side of his foot, and it'll bounce out of bounds and set up the Badgers in pretty good field position.
All right. Copyright music and commercials. I do have to mute the game audio. As soon as the game resumes, I do resume the audio. Appreciate all 180 of you guys. You guys have truly been amazing. Been a great crowd. I'll be doing Georgia Baylor, and as well as the national title game. So we got the Sugar Bowl left on the bowl games and the national title game against LSU and Clemson. I will be doing every single NFL playoff game, including the Super Bowl. Then I'll be bringing in more college basketball and NBA basketball, as I'll be your home for the March Madness. Minnesota says, I picked Ducks. I said you get 100. I hate both teams, these teams. Demon Dad says, can the Badgers capitalize? Unleash Your Prime says, who has the ball? Wisconsin has the ball. In great field position as well. Preston says, who do you want to win? I got Wisconsin with the win. But I did have this game going into overtime. I said the game's going to be won between 3 to 7 points. I got that same feeling for Georgia and Baylor.
Badgers get the football back up 3. End around. Fryer knocked down. They're making do without A.J. Taylor, whose career is over. Tore his Achilles against Minnesota. Boy, a shout out to him. It's always tough to miss
opportunity.
Crown jewel like this in your senior
Oh,
season.
absolutely,
Prior's having to
Preston. It
fill
is
in that
definitely a
role
good
of
game.
Taylor.
Yeah, and they like to use that jet sweep reverse to look at him right there. We saw him in practice the other day. He's in good spirits, but obviously disappointed he could not play in this game tonight.
Seven-yard gain on the jet sweep. On 2nd and 3, they do it again to Danny Davis, and he breaks
Danny
free.
Davis
It
with a
works
big
once.
first
Try
down.
it again. They're inside the Dutch 40.
Yeah, great block by Jake Ferguson. The kick-out block there that allowed him to cut underneath that. Watch 84 picks up a great block on Young, and then he's able to get underneath that. Cephas also working downfield. If you can't run between the tackles with Taylor, get the ball out on the edge with these receivers. Like I said, just stretch them. That can open up some creases then for Taylor back inside after a couple good plays like that.
15-yard gain.
Absolutely,
as the
Demon Dad. That was a
Badgers
nice run.
Work over a Ducks defense has been on the field a lot. They fake it to Taylor. Cone rolls, finds Cephas, and he wins a one-on-one battle against Breeze, able to duck under
Got
the
the
tackle.
first
Another
down.
first down inside the 30.
Andy Avalos, defensive coordinator
Cephas
for Oregon,
with the first
and
down.
10, expecting run. He brings the corner blitz. Good time to come back to a bootleg the other way. Get the ball out immediately. Safety, Breeze coming down. But, boy, some great calls on these last 3 plays. Aggressive play calling by Joe Rudolph and Paul Chris here.
Unleashing your prime
The
says,
Ducks
let's
defense
go
on their
Wisconsin.
heels. Taylor motions all the way back into the backfield. An option look, but it's a reverse to Pryor. Pryor is going to be tackled.
Pryor got
Strong
stopped behind the line.
Javon Holland wouldn't be fooled.
Holland with the
He got
tackle.
him behind the line.
Not only is he not fooled, watch him get off the block, the potential block by Groshek, fullback 37. He lays him right there and then makes the play in the backfield in the open field. Big time play by 8. Watch him right here get off of the block. Works around him, doesn't lose a step. Boom, makes a good play. That is a great stop and a great way to defend a play like that by Holland.
What's
Holland
going on,
and Graham,
MonStar?
both Oregon corners, just terrific tacklers. Been doing it all
How's it
season
going,
long.
brother?
Cone on the slant. And the catch is made by Davis. And he's going to be stopped about 3
3rd and
yards
2.
short by Pickett. It'll be 3rd down.
When he is throwing, Cone getting the
He's
ball
our
out of
newest
his hands
member of the
quickly.
Sports
Soft
Movement
coverage
Network.
that
Him and
time.
Molly.
Quick slant. He had his choice there of going to Cephas or work to the inside of Davis
Definitely a
going up
great
against
channel.
Nick Pickett.
Don't have to run another play before the 3rd quarter expires, and they won't. Each team with a touchdown in the 3rd quarter. The final 15 minutes will decide the 106th
All
Rose
right,
Bowl. What
folks.
would be
That is the end of 3. Wisconsin 24. Oregon 21. Heading in to the 4th quarter. So after this game, we got Georgia and Baylor, followed by we'll be doing the next bowl game. We'll be doing after Georgia Baylor. We'll be doing the national title game, LSU and Clemson. Also, we'll be doing every single NFL playoff game, including the Super Bowl. After the Super Bowl, I'll be incorporating more basketball and college basketball. And I'll be your home for March Madness. I'll also be doing the NBA playoffs and finals, as well as the NBA draft special. The Gridiron Blitz will be doing a NFL draft special. And I will be over there for the draft special. So you definitely want to subscribe to every member of the Sports Movement Network, as well as the Sports Movement Network Entertainment. We do have fun on Discord. The Discord link is in the description. We also have a merch store. We have ladies attire as well as guys. We have an awesome hoodie, a bread up brand up, definitely would want to check that out. If you guys want free shipping, put in TSMN ships, all in caps. And that'll give you free shipping. Appreciate that, Leo Roman. Welcome to the family. You're definitely an MVP. I am a Michigan Wolverine fan, also a Arizona Wildcat. But I do enjoy good football and basketball. So you will see, you know, if it's a good matchup, you definitely will see that game on Troxel Sports Talk. Like on Christmas Day, I did the Lakers and Clippers.
At times been overwhelming to the Wisconsin O-line. They've worked the edges, both in the run and the quick pass game.
Taylor to the
I'm
right
a
of the
Detroit
formation,
and
but they'll
Arizona
shift back
fan.
now.
So I like the Pistons and Suns.
Jet sweep again. Pryor trying to get the edge. He's met at the marker by Graham. It should be just short.
Half a yard short.
About these Oregon defensive backs. Graham, Lenore, Holland.
Appreciate that, Leo. Cheers to you as well, brother.
Good job of getting off this block. Would be blocked by Jack Dunn, and that's a big-time collision right there, too.
They converted 2 fourth-down plays on their last touchdown drive. One of them a pass to Taylor, and then Stocky's touchdown run. 6 offensive linemen in the game for the Badgers on this fourth-down play. Big moment. Jets
got the first down on 4th and 1.
Gets the edge and gets the first down.
That's what's up. Move
Oregon,
the chains.
again, it's their defense getting penetration between the tackles, and Wisconsin's adjustment in this second half is get the ball outside. Keep working the edges. We're not having success, especially on short yardage situations.
Were you there with me in the,
so these reverses,
in
quick
the USC
throws, getting the
Iowa
ball
game?
out to even the quarterback has made a good job. A couple times he's had to use his feet, but the outside right now has been where Wisconsin has attacked the Ducks most successfully.
Another good block by Ferguson there against a corner. First down from the 15. Taylor. Balls forward down to the 10.
Taylor got about 5 yards.
Jonathan's really had to earn every yard today. It's been tough.
I do want to send a special shout out to everyone that came out
63 yards under
for the Iowa
and when you attack outside and you attack outside with a lot of other
that
bodies,
hit an all-time high.
You then can go back to your bread and butter because the Oregon defense they have to adjust. It's not once or two, it's almost every play. Their adjustment is to get more bodies out on those edges to protect the edges, and then you can try to hit that crease with the linemen at 23.
And on this one, we are closing in on 8,000 views. I appreciate you guys.
In the game. Spread out all over the place. End around again. Garando. Ducks this time were ready for him, and they knock him out of bounds near the 10.
Oh, there's going to be flags.
Combining and now a scuffle. Nothing like this until now, but getting down to a crucial stage and a crucial position in this game. This is the first jawing we've seen.
I'm surprised there was no flags. All right, refs. You guys get an A+ on that one. No flags on it.
That time was able to get outside. He got off of a block by Jonathan Taylor, and then the rest of the defense rallied.
We need a pick 6.
Yet another third down, Kirk. They need 4. But they try the edge one more time.
All right, 3rd and 4.
Taylor's in the slot. Yet another different look for Christ here.
Here's Cephas.
Cone looking that direction. Didn't have an open man. Has to throw it away.
Threw it out of bounds.
So that time, the chess match won by Andy Avalos in the Ducks defense, and they get the field goal attempt they were hoping for.
Yeah, needed a stop by the defense. Came up with it. Good coverage.
Control
Nowhere to go with that football. He did want to work to his left, whether it was Taylor or Cephas. But
this is what we do. This is my channel, so if you tell me that STFU, you can go kick hot coals with no shoes on. Get him out of here.
By Holland.
Larsh, 1 for 2. This is a chip shot from 27.
You come in here and you be respectful.
A 6-point Wisconsin lead. It was close, but that one just...
No, I don't want him on a timeout. I mean, get him out of here. Ban that channel. People want to come in here being disrespectful. I want them out of here. You're going to either come in here, be respectful, because I will respect you as well. But do not come in here being disrespectful. That is a quick way to get banned. Appreciate that, Minnesota. No, you unhit him. There we go. I hit him for you. Anybody that comes in here, please do not be disrespectful. You will get thrown out. In here we have fun. We're family oriented. And we enjoy it. Come in here being all that hot mess. You're not allowed on my channel then. We keep it clean here. We keep it fun. We keep it entertaining. People come in here being disrespectful. Quick way to get out of a person's chat. But I do want to say I appreciate all 161 of you guys. You guys are truly awesome. What's going on, Joseph Marshall? How's it going, brother? What's going on, Rodney Coop? Says, Buckeye say, go Badgers. Preston Land says, I don't say cuss words. That's what's up. All right, we'll be just about ready to bring back the game audio. Joseph Marshall, he's actually gone.
Prepared to go up against Burrow and those wide receivers. What a matchup.
Comes in here being disrespectful.
So Wisconsin puts that defense back on the field, protecting what is now a 6-point lead. And the Ducks offense completely out of rhythm. They had very few chances to even snap the ball. The one possession in the third quarter was a 3-and-out. The points came on the fumble return by Breeze off the bobbled snap. Right at the goal line. Mikhail Wright has electric speed in the freshman corner.
Mikhail Wright
to break a big one. Another scuffle.
Almost got to the
really
35.
Now. And both
it is definitely getting chippy out there.
Players from coming off the sidelines. And this thing from escalating. It's gotten hot now.
Getting a little chippy. Boy, some of these
Oregon
shots
down 6 with the football.
That are getting,
12:04 remaining.
Year, but I don't think I've ever missed
Oregon
a
has
Rose Bowl
3
since I was 6
timeouts.
years old.
Wisconsin has 2.
Grew up in the Midwest, grew up in the Pac-12. Rose Bowl is just different. Midwest, man, it gets dark at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You tune into the game, and it's like, wow, look at this.
Nature does provide a pretty spectacular backdrop. Both teams giving us a battle worthy of all that as the Ducks trying to find some success on the ground, but it's been very difficult for Dell, falling forward for a yard. Noah Burks had him right in his grasp.
Go back to the pregame thought. Oregon's big veteran offensive line, Outland winner at left tackle Sewell, against Wisconsin, who prides themselves on physicality. In the fourth quarter, and Oregon has 37 yards rushing.
Herbert pump fake.
Ooh, that was almost
shot. It's incomplete.
There is a flag on the play.
There are flags down in the secondary.
A double move caught Fayon Hicks. He grabbed a hold of the receiver to save himself from potentially giving up a big play.
Defense, number 1. 10-yard penalty from the previous stop. Automatic first down.
Yeah, the pump fake by Herbert influenced it as well.
Little stutter and go, and Hicks knows that he's beat, just tries to grab onto him. Didn't do really a whole lot, but the intent was there. Did enough for the officials to grab hold or call the holding call.
Wasn't much of a grab. Wasn't enough to impede the receiver. That's the question. Herbert looking to throw wide on first down. Pittman knocked down, but picks up 9. He's just dangerous with every touch. Williams on the tackle.
And it's a run-pass option where he can either hand that off to Verdell, or if the numbers are right, get the ball out to the edge. Herbert's sitting there on the sideline watching Wisconsin get the ball out there, so he says that's maybe an answer for us too.
Ducks so rusty, so out of rhythm, haven't had the ball, trying to up the tempo now and get things going.
First down
carries for a first.
That run pass option is a good choice for them to go to. That way you can dictate with Herbert. If Wisconsin's just going to crowd that line of scrimmage, he can pull that ball out of Verdell's stomach and try to get a one-on-one matchup with a quick throw to the edge.
Juwan Johnson motioning around to the left. And he gets the ball, looking to throw a double pass. Receiver lofting it downfield, and it's landing safely in the grass. It was Johnson to Johnson, but Johnny well covered by 2 Badgers. And they're lucky that was just an incompletion.
Yeah, that's one of those where you practice it, and Juwan Johnson, who ended up throwing it, you hope that he's going to throw it far enough that it's not going to be intercepted.
See the wry expression on Cristobal's face. They practiced that one. That didn't work at all. And Wisconsin, not at all fooled.
No.
You can see how they're trying to figure out a way to create a big play. Kind of groping for answers at this point.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
Herbert against the 4-man rush, throws short, and that is his preferred role, catching passes. Juwan Johnson gets about 8.
Wisconsin sitting back in zone, keeping the ball in front of them at this point in the game, up by 6. They just are trying not to give up an explosive. They've done a really good job up to this point at making Oregon have to earn everything.
Ducks need to earn 2 yards here. It's been so tough on short yardage. Herbert rolls, and he'll take a sack.
And got sacked. Burton.
Dante Burton, the corner, got him. That is a disastrous play for the Ducks offense to take on 3rd and 2.
Well, Bond is known for his ability as a pass rusher. This time he sits out in coverage right here. He'll get underneath this route, and that's exactly where Herbert wanted to go. He didn't have any other choices.
Got to throw it away, don't you?
You got to either run it or throw it away. You can't take the sack there. But Bond, usually on 3rd down, they always will bring him, and this time they drop him. I think it caught Justin Herbert off guard, and he did not have an answer.
The veteran quarterback, you throw that away, you got a 4th and 2. Now they have to punt the football away. And Moan does it beautifully. And on the bounce, it's caught on the coverage team there at the 4-yard line. So that's where.
All right, Wisconsin takes over at the 4-yard line. 9:16 remaining in the fourth quarter. Mega Music for Life says, Trox, do you like Christian music? I haven't really heard any. But I'm open to good music. Deem Dad says Badgers touchdown and it's game. Preston Lance says, have you been to Montana? I have not been to Montana. I did live out in Arizona, so That is why I do enjoy U of A and Arizona sports teams. I do live in Michigan, so I do enjoy Michigan sports. My Wolverines did get annihilated by Alabama as I predicted. Oh, you live in Arizona. That's what's up, Demon Dad. Next time I come out to Arizona, you know, we're going to have to meet up, have a beer together. Andrew Overton says, go Ducks. Appreciate you, Andrew, for coming out. Hopefully you had a happy new year. So after this game, I will be doing Georgia and Baylor. Then I will be doing the national title game, as well as every NFL playoff game. Mega Music, go in my description and email me. I'll listen to some. Christopher C says, that was weird. Who was that? Preston says, I live in Idaho. MC Hawks 2019 Hawks says, OMG, every NFL, what a schedule. Hey, over here we have fun on Troxel Sports Talk. All right, folks, we are going to be getting set to bring back the game audio. Yes, for sure.
Stoked to be here. Where else would you want to be on New Year's Day? The Leishman Trophy.
Oh, hold on.
In the air.
All right, now we are back.
Ducks coming up empty there, but they punt the ball down into the Badgers' end, and from the 4, Cone takes over. Intent on not creating another mistake here.
Right in front of a lot of the Oregon section as well.
Taylor from the goal line, sidesteps one tackle, steps through another, and
Taylor got a first down.
Still running out across the 20. The two-time Doak Walker Award winner makes a big play.
I mean, are you kidding me?
Taylor,
watch this run, even at the beginning,
dragging
it's a nice job of showing
some
the patience,
Ducks around.
bouncing off with a would-be tackler there. Another one there, both their linebackers, and then this is the most impressive thing. Nobody's going to take my legs
three,
out. I have
four,
no problem
five,
taking 3 or 4 defenders
five
with
guys
me for another
trying
7 or 8
to tackle
yards.
him was still
Taylor
dragging
now
him.
9 yards away from a second 2,000
That
yard
is why
season.
I want the
Nobody
Detroit Lions to draft
has had more
Taylor.
rushing yards in their first 3 seasons in college football ever than the Badgers number 23. On first down, he's got it again, and he's getting closer to 2K. 4 more there.
Remember how they've attacked most of this
We haven't had
half.
a running back
Edges.
like him since Barry
They continue to
Sanders.
work the left edge. They work the right edge. Now to start this drive, they go back to challenging Oregon, trying to wear them out, lean on them here in this 4th quarter.
Only Troy Davis has had a pair of 2,000-yard seasons. Now just 5 yards away from
All right,
Taylor.
2nd and 6. 8:10 remaining in the 4th.
Jet sweep. Davis lost the ball. Comes out. The Ducks have it.
Oh, wow. Turnover.
They've run that play again and again with great success.
Oregon with the football.
The football sometimes aren't quite as adept as a running back.
How fitting that a defensive back makes this play to dislodge the football, and none other than Brady Breeze puts his shoulder right on the football to take it out of Danny Davis, and there's Holland fighting
Dude,
for
Brady
it.
Breeze is the guy that you
also
got
have
to
Bryson
scout
Young
for the
there,
Lions
but
as
looks
well.
like Holland may eventually get his hands, but there's two Ducks fighting for that football, and Oregon needed a break.
Yeah, Oregon got
That's
the
exactly
fumble
what they
recovery.
Got. Great tackle, form tackle by Breeze to knock that ball loose.
Breeze, the playmaker on this defense, had the scoop and score, forces the fumble, recovered by Young, and now for the third time, Kirk, in this game, the Oregon offense takes over in plus territory after a takeaway.
Well, they have been one of the best in the country this year creating takeaways. Usually it's been with interceptions.
Plus 13 in turnovers coming into this game, and they won that category again.
8th in the country. They needed a break, like we said, and now you give Herbert the ball at the 30-yard line.
Herbert's got it. Stiff arm again. Quarterback in the clear. Inside the 10. A hat trick of touchdown.
Oh, my God. Herbert with a touchdown for Oregon. There is a flag on the play.
After the touchdown. But that will count.
Okay, so the flag was after the play. Must have been
what we're seeing tonight from Herbert.
Unsportsmanlike
the
conduct.
will to win. A young man who grew up in Eugene, dreaming of playing for this team, the Ducks. It's a late hit once he got into the end zone by Wisconsin. He's 8 to 10 yards into the end zone and takes a hit. It's got to be what they're going to call on Faion Hicks.
A 30-yard touchdown
After
run.
the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Yep.
Defense, number 1, for a late hit well into the end zone. Result of the play is a touchdown.
It's the longest run of the season for Herbert, who had one touchdown run coming in, has the hat trick tonight. You said a Hollywood script, Kirk? He's trying to make it happen.
Look at the defense just chasing Verdell. He gives a stiff arm. We've seen that stiff arm the third time, but this time it's to Sanborn. He just pushes him down, gets a couple great blocks downfield, and there's the penalty by Faion Hicks. Then a heavy hit there as well by Wild Goose, another defensive back.
Pittman got shoved in the back. So Breeze forces the fumble.
Absolutely, Demon Dad.
Young recovers it, and a one-play
Kick is up. Kick is
30-yard
good.
touchdown drive with Justin Herbert.
Alrighty. Oregon with a 1-point lead. 7:41 left in the fourth. Oregon has 3 timeouts. Wisconsin has 2. It is commercial. So I do have to mute the game audio. As soon as the game resumes, I do resume the audio. Appreciate all 196 of you for being patient. The next game we'll be doing is the Georgia Bulldogs in Baylor for the Sugar Bowl. I will be doing all NFL playoff games as well as March Madness, as well as all NBA playoff games, including the finals. Andrew says, heck yeah, baby. Go Ducks. Minnesota, it's all Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is just a decent quarterback. He can pick you up a couple wins. But if you want Super Bowls, he is not your quarterback. Although you guys did pay him $84 million guaranteed. Hey, you know this is gonna make our little fun bet between each other is gonna get interesting. This has been a great Rose Bowl. Absolutely, Kurt. Appreciate you for coming out, Kurt. Hopefully you had a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Zachary says, go Ducks. Minnesota says he number 3 in every stat. Hey, Justin Herbert is a beast. I ain't going to dispute that one. He is definitely making a case as the second best quarterback in the draft, behind the Heisman Trophy winner, Joe Burrows. Yeah, Andrew, that is actually illegal. I mean, if I could do it, I wish I could.
Where he's going, takes himself out of the play, and there goes the quarterback right by him, and Pittman picks up the block to lead him into the end zone.
Penalty puts the kickoff at the 50. How about that play, Kirk? You had the Duck legacy quarterback Justin Herbert getting past Sanborn, whose dad played for the Ducks, who'd made a big play earlier. And Justin, what an unusual game for him. This was a Hollywood script, a chance to try to win this game, to cap a career which has been up and down. Booed at one point by his home fans, part of a 4-8 freshman season, to get into the Rose Bowl, to struggle throwing, and yet to find a way with 3 rushing touchdowns, put your team ahead midway fourth quarter, and now see if Cone can respond.
Long way to go with 7:41
they aren't smart
remaining
for
in this
that.
game.
Andrew gets
4
commented
Wisconsin
of the
turnovers
day.
have been turned into 3 Oregon touchdowns. And now Taylor, still hunting 2,000 yards for a season. Again, not quite there. Picks up just 2. The MO for Oregon all season. Be opportunistic. Take the ball away.
Now, I think Burrow's going to go
points.
to Cincinnati. All right, 2nd and 8.
Cone pump fakes, loops the ball downfield. It's over the head of Cephas. They had single coverage against Thomas Graham. Overthrown. It'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, these corners have had to hold up on islands. Gives him, again, that little stutter move, but Graham is in great position. The ball is overthrown, but give Thomas Graham a lot of credit. He wasn't fooled at all. He was stride for stride in phase against a talented receiver that can get downfield in Quintez Cephas.
Been a big struggle for both offenses on 3rd down. The Badgers just 4 of 14. Need 8 to keep the drive alive. Groshek is the back. Can Thibodeau get to the quarterback? Cone gets it off to Groshek. They dump him
All right,
down.
they get the first down
Big fella
on
moves
3rd
the
and
sticks
8.
to the 37.
This
They have
defense
about
got
10.
deep. They went downfield. Watch the second level coverage. Watch how deep they get. Nice check down that time by the quarterback Cones, getting the ball to Groshek where he can make a catch and have plenty of room to be able to make a turn and get upfield for that first down.
Slade Matatia just throwing his body at the fullback, but enough to keep the drive alive. Cone looking to throw on 1st down, delivers sideline incomplete. It was off the hands of Ferguson. He's been a big part of the offense tonight, catching and blocking.
Yep, they knew coming in that because of his size, he could be a matchup to their advantage. They've had him most of the night against Nick Pickett, 16, but this time against the best defensive back in my mind anyway, Javon Holland. He had him beat, just didn't hold on to the football.
Taylor still 3 yards short of 2,000. Gets the handoff. Fights to the 40. Gets just 2. It'll be 3rd and long again, Kirk.
Yes, short on Scott. The rest of this defensive line doing a good job extending their arms and getting off blocks. See, they keep rotating those bodies
3rd and 8.
into this
6
fourth
minutes
quarter.
remaining in the
Time
fourth.
of possession favors Wisconsin. They're #1 in the nation. They're over 36 minutes. Oregon's only had the ball 17 minutes.
Only run 41 plays in this game.
So there's a lot of potential fatigue, but they've done a great job of rotating people.
Ducks showing pressure on this third down, but they only rush 4. Cohn has time in the pocket. Receiver slipped, and it's incomplete. Making the cut, Davis trying to come back to the football, lost his footing, and it's 4th down.
Exactly right. Haven't seen that a lot tonight.
What's going on
but
here?
Again, here we are at Holland, guy that's asked to do everything. He covers tight ends. He covers receivers.
Well, right now they got a 1-point lead.
Knows he had a chance there if the receiver doesn't lose his footing.
Change at punter. Connor Allen on the punt for the Badgers. And gets it away. Not particularly good punt. Bouncing around there. It'll be down at the 26-yard line. So the Ducks with a 1.
All right, 5:29. 1st and 10 for Oregon. I do have to mute the game audio for copyrighted music and commercials. As soon as the game resumes, I do resume the audio. Appreciate all 208 for being patient. We definitely hit an all-time high today. Appreciate you guys. I need at least 2 more to cash out. Tell you what, it's a very good game. Cameron Ellis, what's going on? Says we gonna win. Savage says, how has Herbert been? Hey, Herbert's been a beast. He's living up to every single bit of what people say about him. What's going on, Johnny Sanders? Appreciate that. Welcome to the family. You're definitely an MVP. Deem Dad says Wisconsin D needs to make a big play. Preston says go Oregon. Hawk says must be the 2-minute warning. I can't hear anything. No, it's they punted the ball, so now they're just changing its size. So you know how they go cut to commercial. It's 5:29 remaining in the 4th. Oregon has a 1-point advantage with the football. It is 28-27. Preston, my favorite NBA team is the Detroit Pistons first, the Phoenix Suns second, and I do enjoy Portland. I do like the Trailblazers. But I'm just a fan of the NBA and NFL as well as college.
Completions today.
All
Less
right,
than 100
back,
passing
folks.
yards, but 3 rushing touchdowns. Verdell bolts forward. That qualifies as a big play from the running back today. He got 7.
Hemp Moyer does a nice job with a block. Camp Moyer does a nice job with a kick-out
Oh,
block, but really they
absolutely,
just
Andrew.
spread them out. Just
He's my favorite
3
NBA
defensive
player.
linemen in there, and some nice
Dame
creases
Dallas.
for him to be able to run through on 1st and 10.
Verdell's an 1,171-yard back in the regular season.
Cameron
Completely
says Rip
controlled.
City band right
He's
here.
41
That's what's up.
tonight on his 14 carries. Under 3 a carry. They need 3 on 2nd down. Pittman in motion.
Oh, he
dropped the snap and falls on it at the 30.
Got
avoiding
lucky.
a disaster, but setting up 3rd and long.
Oh, the way this game has gone, anything's in play, right? When it comes to turnovers, they've +3 on the night. Very fortunate that Oregon's able to jump on top of that, but it does push them back to give Wisconsin maybe a chance to turn up the
3rd
heat
and
on
6.
3rd down.
4.5 minutes remaining in the
Zach
4th.
Bond, one of the best pass rushers in the country, try to get home.
Ducks haven't converted their last 6 third downs. Badgers do crowd the line, then bail out. Herbert has time, rolls, looks to create, and it's a drop right off the hands of Campbell. Some nervous plays by the Ducks. Up 1 here in the 4th quarter.
Wow.
Failed to get
exactly
the reception
what they wanted.
and
Zone
almost
coverage.
an interception.
Look at the hole that opens up right
I think the
there.
best part of that play
Buys
was it was incomplete.
Makes the perfect throw right in the middle of the void in that zone. And Campmoyer, I think, anticipating contact, started to look over to Colin Wilder and drops the ball.
A converted defensive lineman who's only had 3 catches all season long. A crucial drop. Amor with a very low pump, and it takes a bounce and is fielded by Dunn.
What a hit.
Who is clocked immediately. Hockey Woods on the special teams again made the big hit.
Yeah, he waves it off, but the ball keeps bouncing, and he takes that hit.
Didn't wave himself off.
No. He's retreating, and he's thinking, no way I can let this ball keep bouncing another 5 or 10 yards.
Boy, Kirk, we've seen so much effort, energy. We're seeing the nerves come in as these guys realize how big it is to try to secure this Rose Bowl.
Wisconsin with the
Ducks,
football.
a drop snap
Down
by
1.
Herbert, and then a dropped pass on what would have been an easy 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, you put a star next to that one, depending on the outcome of this game with 4:01 to go. Not only is 1st down, work that clock down if they converted.
Cone rolls and delivers a throw. Ended up being in traffic, and it's incomplete. Graham came in there fighting with Kendrick Pryor. Good aerial coverage, recognizing those who strive to rise above the rest. Goodyear,
All right, 2nd and
more
10,
driven.
folks.
Every play now just has an urgent feeling in the final 4 minutes.
Yeah, Wisconsin, remember, all they need to do
Guys,
is
living up
potentially
to
get
that,
into field goal range.
music.
They have 2 different kickers, one that's made a bomb early in the year against Purdue.
Brett Hintz has kicked a 62-yarder. 2nd and 10. It's handed off. Working hard is Taylor. That's going to get him over 2,000 yards for the season. But JT really has yet to bust loose. 2003.
That's
21 carries today for 94. So that is a terrific milestone. Just the 2nd in FBS history to do it after Troy Davis. More importantly here, Kirk, they need 6 on 3rd down.
It is 3rd and 6.
Cone will try to find a favorable matchup. His Cephas off to his
in
right
the
on the slot against Holland. Remember the big tight end, Jake
Appreciate
Ferguson,
that,
has been an
Janae
option too.
Perez. Welcome to the family. You're definitely an
Cone
MVP.
delivers quickly. Catch made, and it is
First down, Badgers,
in the
but there
secondary.
is a
If the
flag
play
on the
stands,
play.
it's a 1st down near the 40. I think this may come back, though. They may call offensive interference.
Pass interference. Offense, number 6.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and Danny Davis, you see Paul Crisp, boy, you're not going to see emotion very much from Paul Crisp, but on a critical 3rd down, Davis to your right, just outside of Ferguson, going up against Lenore. I guess he pushes at the top of his route.
Yeah, you got to use your imagination to see that as a pick. He did shove the defensive back, but he wasn't really covering Ferguson.
Yeah, Lenore had tight coverage, and he got his arms up. There was contact.
3rd and 20. 3:08
Crucial
remaining.
call. Instead of a 1st down out near the 40, it's 3rd and 20 from the 14. From the pocket, Cephas can't fight free. Incomplete. Was intercepted out of bounds was Nick Pickett, but it's 4th down. So that call looming very large, nullifying the 1st down catch.
That was a big call. Cone just puts it up. You know, either hoping for a catch, obviously, or maybe pass interference.
Yeah, he was bobbling it, going out of bounds.
Have possession, but clearly
there is
steps
no
out
interception,
while
but it is
bobbling the
4th
ball.
and 20.
Boy, you talk about a big penalty late in this game.
With Lottie dropping the snap that resulted in a touchdown, they've made the change to Connor Allen. This is his 2nd punt. He is a senior. He gets the punt away, and we're going to get the reaction to that controversial offensive pass interference call from Bill Lamagnier. What are the officials seeing to rule this offensive PI?
Well, the first thing is the defender did step in front of the receiver. However, the receiver doesn't get a right then to push off. He needs to stop, spin, get away from it, but he cannot push off. And he pushed off right at the end there. That's what created the offense.
Not being the receiver, he was another receiver in the play, but not the man who caught the ball.
So let me play devil's advocate for a Wisconsin fan that's saying, how could you make that call? The defender stepped into the receiver. You're saying he has to work through that instead of pushing.
Spin off, stop, turn, but you can't, or swim through it, but you cannot push through it.
So inside of 2:40 to play now. Oregon trying to protect this lead and bleed away this clock and come away with a landmark win for this program. Verdell stopped after a short game. Wisconsin's got a couple timeouts.
Yep, the 2 timeouts they're going to hold here. They obviously cannot give up a first down. These linebackers have led this team all year. Sanborn, whose father played for Oregon, we talked about throughout the evening.
2:15 remaining.
80 to 82, who passed away back in 05. Chris Orr, 54. Bond, 56. They got to set edges and attack downhill.
Verdell split out wide to the left, empty backfield on 2nd and 9. Badgers don't get to Herbert, and he delivers
Got the first down.
To Micah Pittman, first down inside the 45.
How about the confidence that Mario Cristobal and Marcus Arroyo have in their quarterback? You're thinking they're going to run the ball. They're going to work clock. They go empty against a team that leads the nation in sacks, or close to over 50 sacks on the year, top 5, and he gets the ball out accurately to a true freshman. Ball could be incomplete, ball could be batted down, ball could be intercepted. Instead, he delivers late in this game, and they could still continue to work that clock.
They can snap it inside of 1:20 here. Verdell, they'll take that on first down every time. Makes it tough to use your timeouts if you're Chris when they're picking up 7 on first down, Kirk.
That offensive line starting to assert itself with the 4 seniors up front. Left tackle's a sophomore Sewell, but he won the Outland.
Wisconsin does take a timeout.
More post-game show coming up. His team has gone all in on this series with 1:12 to go. One more first down for the Ducks secures the victory, but Oregon fans thinking, how many times in recent years have we been in this position? Could have beat Auburn in the opener had they gotten one more first down.
They are 4 yards away from clinching the game.
Good example of
Can
how
Oregon
all 3
get the
phases
4
come
yards?
into play. Offense and defense, special teams.
Uh-oh, what's going on?
Tremendous milestone in his career tonight, but hasn't busted.
It's going to go a long way in determining who wins a football game. Oregon's been able to not only get the turnovers, but turn them into points.
What's going on, Shadow
See
Kid?
Jonathan Taylor.
What's going on, Levy?
Still with his helmet on, still hoping to get back on the field one more time. He's reached a tremendous milestone in his career tonight, but hasn't busted loose on a really big run. He would be very disappointed with the 1-point loss today.
Appreciate that, Grant Cole.
The Ducks,
welcome to the family. You're definitely
4
an MVP.
yards away from a game-clinching first down, and now out of the timeout, they'll spend a timeout on offense.
All right, Oregon
Take a look
takes
at
the timeout now.
AT&T's best performance, and we salute one of your favorite.
All right, I do got to mute the game audio for copyrighted music and commercials. As soon as the game resumes, I do resume the audio. Oregon has 2 timeouts remaining, and Wisconsin only has 1. Hawk says this game might not end until 2024. Hey, if it's like this, I wouldn't mind it.
10 o'clock. We have 2 special
back.
teams touchdowns. We've had a lot of mistakes. Oregon cashing in the 4 takeaways into 3 touchdowns. A half dozen lead changes. And now it comes down to Oregon with that very proud and touted offensive line with the Outland Trophy winner trying to get just 4 yards.
What's
One
going on?
more
Roger
first down
Roger says, thank you, sir,
seals
for
a
this.
Rose Bowl victory.
This game needs to
In
end.
Wisconsin,
I
you
need to
almost
cash
just
my
let them score.
$1,000.
Might be the only way to get the
That's
football
what's
back.
up.
Not Wisconsin style, is it?
No.
Hand off to Verdell. He's met by Orr, knocked down immediately.
All right,
and now they
third
can
down.
spend the final timeout before this third down play.
And I know they love their quarterback, but you would think they have to run the ball in this third down. I mean, every time you think they're going to run, they end up showing that they trust Herbert to make good decisions, which he typically does. But right now, with 1:07, 3rd and 3, and Wisconsin out of timeouts, you got to think they're going to run the football here and try to work that clock down.
Does it feel like deja vu? I mean, the setting is very different from the season opening game, but we saw, you know, Auburn and Oregon situation just like this, a crazy game back and forth, momentum switches. Ducks just trying to run out the clock, protect the lead, couldn't do it that time, give up a late score, and here they are again. 3 yards from victory, but it's going to be 3 tough yards.
Yeah, they started the season in a game like that. They're going to end the season in another game like that.
Ducks need this.
Remember, Herbert got knocked out of that game late in a critical moment.
One play.
Yeah.
But it was a big one play.
Yep.
The Ducks, a team that would have been in the playoff if not for a late season loss in Tempe, Arizona. Content to come to the Rose Bowl and just trying to close it out. 3rd and 3. Wisconsin cannot stop the clock again. Herbert looking to throw for it. Catch made.
First down to the 20. To the 10.
Came just short for Penn State in a Rose Bowl here a few years ago. Comes to Oregon and is going to help win a Rose Bowl tonight.
Yeah,
And that should do it, folks.
Conventional wisdom. Run the ball.
There's still 103 left.
Oregon, you got to love their
But
aggressive
Oregon is
attitude, man.
knocking at the goal
they said,
line.
We came here to win this game, not by being passive. We're going to be aggressive. Get the ball, an easy throw out to the big receiver, Juwan Johnson, and Johnson runs out of bounds, but at this point, it will not matter.
Georgia and Baylor
I love the
next.
fact that Juwan Johnson was involved. He's an impressive guy.
Yeah.
He's an old soul. And he made the
And he
unusual
kneels it down.
commute from State College to Eugene and is going to cap his career with a Rose Bowl championship after a 28-yard clinching catch.
One more kneel down and it is over. Oregon is your Rose Bowl champion.
In a big marquee matchup here in Pasadena.
Shout out
He's
to
an emotional
the
guy.
Oregon Ducks and Wisconsin
Justin
for
Herbert,
one heck
his
of a
coaches.
Rose Bowl.
Cristobal gets the ice cold bath, and year 2 is going to end with a Pac-12 championship and a Rose Bowl victory. And the Oregon Ducks' career for this hometown quarterback is going to end in victory. And no
that's
doubt
it.
some tears.
Shout out to Oregon. You guys played tough. Overcame adversity during that second half.
On the stadium, it's sometimes compared to a movie set. It really was a Hollywood script for Herbert and these Ducks.
Be
this
careful
afternoon.
there,
Delivered
Lauren
when they had to, came up with some plays.
Says almost had a heat attack.
Wisconsin, especially in the first half, making plays, coming up with
But I
opportunities
do got
to
to
give
end this
themselves
stream
a
here
lead, but
shortly
the Ducks would not go away
because I do
eventually
have to set up for
made the plays
Georgia
late
and
to win the
Baylor.
game.
Let's go to Maria with Mario Cristobal.
But with that being said, I do want to say congratulations. We did hit 10,000 viewers on the stream. You guys have been amazing. I appreciate all the new subscribers. I appreciate each and every single person. Hope each and every single one of you guys have a very happy new year, health and wealth for the new year. And if you guys want to rock with me during Georgia Baylor, hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and I will be doing the national title game. As well as I'll be your home for March Madness. But with that being said, have a nice day. See you guys soon. Peace.